Welcome, Wapham crew, new listeners, friends, fiends, family, phantoms, ghouls, gals, guys. Welcome. Secure your chin full hats, buckle down tight, and hold on loosely as we soar over the rocky tops of the La Platas on a rocky mountain high, get sucked into the vortex of the Four Corners, and settle down snugly at mile marker 420 in colorful Colorado. It is Saturday, October 8th, Sunday, October 9th, for those of you across the pond and beyond. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, and welcome to We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. I hope you guys had an awesome weekend so far, and I'm so grateful that you guys are joining us this evening. If you're listening live right now, you're listening to us on one of our many outlets. You may find us under We Are Paradox Media at Spreaker.com. You can also find us live on KPNL Radio, which you can find on KPNL Radio at kpnl-db.com. We are also picked up by eTalk Radio, which you can find at etalk.tv/radio. If you want to listen to us on your free time, whether you're working it, or working out, look once more under We Are Paradox Media at Spreaker, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Tumblr, SoundCloud, TuneIn Radio, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podcast Chaser, and Podvine. So I have a treat for all my guys and gals out there. We will be talking to and getting to know a little better Vinnie, Funkmaster V, Vinnie Vineyard, and Big Luke, aka Luke Walker. They are the brains and the brawn and creative force of Big and Funky Productions, a production company that not only creates paranormal television, but also horror comedies based in the Great Smoky Mountains. They are now working on their third feature, Camp Smoky, as The Hike and WJHC AM are available to see around the globe. Welcome, fellas.
Hey, I was
What the
listening to you on.
hell?
I was listening to you on Grinder. I don't know what.
Oh, really?
What the hell of an
Wow.
intro? I don't. That's how many words I say in a day.
Yeah.
Right?
I would tag out and go lay down if I had to read all that.
And thank
Generally,
you for tuning in. Good night.
That's
Good
all
night.
the time we have. By the way,
yeah, save it up for
Spreaker
the
and-
weekends. I'm quiet the rest of the week.
I like your hair tonight. Are you
Thanks.
win the face horror gimmick?
Oh, the face of horror.
She
Yeah,
gets her thing. Are you?
that's one of the last things that my brother-in-law said before he passed. He said, "How's your ugly face contest going?" I'm like, "Thanks, Dave. It's the face of horror." And I actually made it to second. This week I have to make it to first, or I'm an outer. I'm a goner. I'm not gonna make it. But yeah,
Your brother passed away?
my brother-in-law, yeah. He was on
Oh,
life support
I'm
for
sorry.
for 2 weeks, and we had to pull the plug last Tuesday, I believe it was. Yeah, he
sorry.
fell, hit his head, his heart stopped. They did compressions, but they didn't do mouth to mouth, which what's the point? But yeah, he was without oxygen for too long, so very sad.
What did he hit his head on?
The concrete outside in the parking lot, he just fell
So he-
backwards, cracked it.
Jesus. All right. Be careful.
All right.
out
I guess
there.
we're taking that scene out of the movie.
Yeah. Be careful out there on the concrete, everybody. It's hard.
Just dedicate it
Good
to
grief.
Dave. Dedicate this part.
Well,
maybe
you
to Dave.
mentioned Camp Smoky, so we got to talk about. We filmed some scenes today for that movie Camp Smoky. It's almost wrapped, and I was finding it very odd that we filmed what would probably be the most disturbing thing that's ever like in one of our movies, and we were just like giggling, through the whole thing. Didn't even think about what we were actually doing. That's the weird thing about making a movie is what we're doing filming versus what we're actually going to present is like, because in the movie, it's you got the camera angles and turn this and stop that there, but like drilling nails into something is
What? And also, your son just kicked so much butt today. He's
Yeah,
a
he
guy
did.
who's not. He's not a natural actor, and
he's not really a natural anything.
He's a natural. He's a natural sweetheart, is what he is, and he just.
Aw.
He was able to. He was a lot like Luke. Luke's not very talented, but Luke has desire, so Luke gets things done. He's just like I am. It's like I don't have any talent, but I have desire. Put your head down and work and get it done, and that's what he did today. He really, he took direction well, which I was worried about. When Luke wanted to cast him for this part, he was about a foot shorter. And several times I'm like, he's getting too tall for this, but then I realized it's actually good that he is tall. What's crazy is if you're listening, do people see this, or do they see it and hear it, or some hear it? Or...
We're working on that next time. Next time we're going to be doing video, but
okay. So this is just audio, right, for everybody.
Yeah.
Well, so next time I have to put my clothes on. Damn it!
So I can take all this shit off and get naked. All right, but Luke is 6'8", and his son is 14 or 15.
14.
And he's an inch shorter than Luke.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
There was we videoed this really bad vampire movie we were hired to shoot, which was really, that's a story in and of itself. But that day there were several people coming to Luke's house to film that this guy out of Iowa or Indiana was sending us to actors. He was just hiring actors, and they were showing up, and we were telling them what to do.
This is actually one of the basis for our next movie. Is just getting the directors text messaging us. We don't even know what we're doing. We're just standing around waiting, and then we get a text message and have to film a scene.
It was like a weird horror movie. We would shoot something, and then we would wait, and then we would get a message: shoot this next. So he was writing it as we were shooting it. It was a disaster. I don't know how good it was, but it never made it to air. The guy ended up being a fraudulent person. But that day, in front of all the actors, I was wrestling Mikey and that's Luke's son. And he was 13 or 12 at the time. And I was just absolutely kicking his ass. And the reason I was doing that was I knew that would be the last time I would be physically able to kick his ass, because he is already, the guy should be playing offensive line for the NFL, for somebody in the NFL now. But he's a monster of a kid. Sweet.
Yeah, I hear that while I'm watching football. It's like, he's an absolute beast, standing 6'3", 260 pounds. I was like, my boy is 6'6", 320, and he's 14. He's an eighth grade.
Is he 320?
Yeah.
Wow.
We need to get him on the machine.
Yeah. His DNA is ramen noodles.
Yeah, and he's got Lori's butt too.
Yeah. Well, but that's a good thing though, because she's got really long legs and a shorter torso. I've got a really long torso, shorter legs. Well, he's got the long torso and legs. So.
How tall do you think that son of a gun's going to get?
If it patterned him after me, I hit 6'8" when I was 15.
Holy shit!
And then I stopped growing. So if he hits maybe 6'9", 6'10".
Good God!
Family of giants, man.
He's not an athlete.
I feel bad for him.
Oh, well, he could play basketball. That's safer than football.
Funk was telling me about, you know who Stephen Merchant is. He's he's Ricky Gervais's partner in comedy and writing and everything. And he's about 6'7". And, he said something that I live. He goes, I've been every height. Every height that I've been 6 foot, I've been 6'3", I've been, and he said that the perfect thing is 6'4" is the perfect height. That's, you fit, once you hit 6'5", 6'6", the world isn't designed for you. Doorways, shower heads, cars, seats,
clothes.
Nothing. Clothes.
You can't go to a department store and just buy clothes.
Yeah.
Gotta go to the big and funky store.
Hey, that's what we need to do.
Walmart.
Like pimp clothes for people that are 7 feet tall. That's what we need to do.
You can't even find size 40, 36 pants on Amazon. Like, it's you have to go to Big and Tall, and Big and Tall is a misnomer because it's just if they put the tall in there to make the fat people feel good. It's really the big store. It's not the Big and Tall store. It's the big store.
So what do? You just
wear short shorts or floods, shorty shorts. I like to tie up my shirt in the front. Just show off my Cleveland.
There you go. That's good. That's good. I'm writing all this down for a police report. Speaking of police report, 2016, Luke and I were kind of famous for us kind of our rate that we did for the Gatlinburg. There was some fires in Gatlinburg, and today we woke up and there was fires in Gatlinburg again. Gatlinburg is a tourist town in East Tennessee. It's very popular. It's the second most visited tourist attraction on the East Coast. And the bar that me and Luke have spent some time in, Luke has really spent some time in there, that caught fire with a 420 Cafe and the China Bazaar. I think a Baptist did it. You're in a bar, a 420 place, and something that has to do with China. I think. But you said it was on fire again. That's why I'm.
Yeah. Well, let's. So Pucker's is a place where from the time I was a police sports bar, and from the time it's also a Gatlinburg institution. Man, it's been there since I think it's opened in 2000, and like everybody that comes to Gatlinburg, it was really the only place to come and party, drink and party. There's other places now, but there wasn't for a long time, and as a cop, I spent a lot of time in there. And then after my police days, I was actually the head of security for the company that owns Pucker's. And I had to spend a lot of time there. And then I started playing music there. And I play music there every Thursday. And, the place this morning burnt to the ground. The places around it. The places around it burnt down. It's still there, but it's so water damaged. But
why did you leave out when you were a Jello shot girl? When
I was a Jello shot, well, because I will never look that good in a mini skirt ever again. But then caught on fire this morning, and then they brought a demolition crew to. They had to tear the whole place down because it's a danger on the parkway, and it's on fire again.
Oh my gosh!
Demolition crew
just rekindled, rekindled it. So. But
Stoked it up.
It's already out again. But,
damn.
And right now, I was supposed to be playing music next door to where it's at, and they canceled me for the night, which is fine because I get to talk to you. And then we got to film today. The filming we did, it was just the crew was me and Vinny, and we had my son and this guy Danimal as the actors, and that was it. There was no. Assistants and, gaffers and grips and, Samwise Gamgee's gaffer. But man, we had to makeshift where we shot. And man, happy mistakes, man. I got to tell you, that the whole Bob Ross, happy mistakes, just cover it with a bird really led to this is going to be. These are my favorite shots in the movie, besides the demon lesbian scene. But
what now? What was that?
What? Who?
Demon what?
That who? What?
Who? What?
But yeah, it's. I was very proud of everybody today, and it may be because we're getting close to finally finishing this. It's been the longest shoot, and a lot of it has to do with just. It's a lot of Luke, and Luke got very busy this year with his music career, which is awesome. But it's made this It's turned what we wanted to be a 6-week shoot into like a 5-month shoot. We're finally.
Yeah, we started in June, so
wow.
In October.
Actually, I think it was late May, but yeah, around that time. I can't really remember.
Actually, it was late May. I don't remember. The Jets won. Blah 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 blah.
Are you done?
Where's your pom poms?
I put my jersey on. I don't have my pom poms or my transgendered dildo, but I will get the green. I'll get it out of the closet here. I gotta find it. I have to get
attached to forehead.
You left it at my house.
Oh, that's the adult Happy Meal toy. Looks like you'd have to go somewhere. You'd have to be 18 to buy that somewhere. I hope that's put it to good use up there at the Walker residence.
Yeah, I always thought Grimace was an odd choice because Grimace is Of all the McDonald, he's a taste bud.
Really?
No.
Yeah. Yes, Grimace is Grimace is a taste bud.
Are you kidding me?
No.
He's a taste bud.
Well, that's
purple
amazing.
and
Purple
shaped like a
taste
throat
bud.
polyp.
I think he's an anal polyp now. I think
he's a polyp.
He's too much. He's a taste bud. I'm gonna have to fact check that.
Yes.
It's not that I don't believe you. It's just I can't believe that's what they went with.
That was when I was in high school, man. Yeah, I went to a predominantly black school, and the shit talking was my favorite thing in the world. And there was this bigger, kind of out of shape guy, and one day he wore a purple shirt to school, and this guy Robert Farmer looked at him across the entire gym. It was the auditorium where we're having lunch, and it was kind of quiet, and all I hear is, "Damn, Carlos, you look like Grimace." The funniest shit I ever heard.
Then when he wears his red shirt, he's like, "Hey, Kool-Aid."
Hey, Kool-Aid.
News about the accomplishment cleared up the confusion regarding Grimace's identity. He is an enormous taste bud, but he is a taste bud nonetheless, Bates told CBC.
It's amazing.
On Google, if you look it up, is Grimace a tongue? Is Grimace a taste bud? What did Grimace steal? Is Grimace evil?
Oh no, Grimace is evil. That
what? He always okay. I think he just played dumb to cover up the evil vibe, or what?
No. He was like the mastermind behind all of the Hamburglers' nefarious plots.
Ooh, so he could get the hamburgers.
Is McDonald's a milkshake, which is what I always thought he was? Which I don't know why they would have a purple milkshake, but anyway, he's a taste bud.
No, that's Shake Zilla. That's Shake Zula.
The Mike Ruler. You want a step? I'll take it to you. Fry lock on your own top. Rock you like a cop. Meat wad you up next. Rock it out now. Meat wad make it ready, see? Meat wad get the girly, see? I saw my cars. I saw my tires. I saw my figure and my cold in the sky. We are aqua teens. Yeah. I just made that up. All that shit up.
I just wrote that.
It came out. Well, that's pretty much it. Are we done for the night?
Yeah,
that's
it.
it.
Night, guys.
But Thanks for joining us.
Well, Luke and I haven't been hanging out too much because he's very busy, and I've been very busy. And
are you guys far apart now since you moved to Morristown, or what's up with that? How far apart are you guys?
Pretty far. It took me 2.5 hours to get home today because I had to get a cage out of a friend's house.
Yeah, we had to put my son in a cage. Yeah,
we put an actor in a cage today, which is fun, and jabbed something into his skull. Really cool scene, actually. But I had to take the cage home. Got stuck in Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg traffic. It took me forever to get home, and
since people probably don't know a thing about Gatlinburg. Gatlinburg is there's a ton of Gatlinburgs around the nation. There's Branson, Wisconsin Dells, Myrtle Beach. It's all got Ripley's and little tourist areas. And but Gatlinburg is in a hollow, and it's got basically one street, the Parkway, that goes through the middle of it, and Puckers was on the Parkway, and they've got the Parkway closed. So traffic is in October when the leaves are starting to turn orange, which is our busiest season because we're also, in the Great Smoky Mountains. So yeah, it's traffic's not going to be great.
No, it's not good anyway. And then today with the fires, and it's a little worse. So it took me forever, but people always think me and Luke are always hanging out with each other, which we enjoy hanging out with each other. It's not that we wouldn't do it, but especially now. Even when I lived in Pigeon Forge, which is near Gatlinburg, it still was like a 45-minute to an hour drive to go see him. I didn't realize that until I drove there a couple times. And I was like, wait a minute, we're not really close. He's kind of on the other side of Gatlinburg, and I was closer to Knoxville. But now I'm, ironically, more miles away, but I can get to him about the same amount of time. He's been very busy. He's been successful with his music. Now, tell me about. You said before we got on the air. You said you you played an emotional song and started crying like a woman.
Well, just for the backstory, my mom she was diagnosed with terminal cancer 6 years ago and given 6 months to live, and that was 6 years ago.
Wow.
But now it's hospice. She's in hospice now, and so I played one of her favorite songs that I play, and I was like up there in front of a whole, like the party crowd of about 130 people. And I get halfway through and I was like, my Sharona. No, it was.
Your mom loved my Sharona. That was
it was
you ever had with your father.
My Scarona.
It was going to California from Led Zeppelin. And that, I play it a little slower, and it's kind of a cool song.
From Illinois.
Well, my mom was when she was 19, she moved to Modesto Beach, something like that, wherever Jim Morrison lives. She moved out there lived on the beach in an apartment for 6 months. So that was kind of, her story type thing. She went out.
Happy time in her life.
Yeah. Before she met my dad. and everything has been downhill ever since. But yeah, my mom. That's the way. Mom's probably one of the most interesting people. Just to hear her story, but to sit there and listen, like she's just a human being. You sit there and talk to her, and you're just like, all right, yeah, I know you put together a puzzle, and you got. Your cat is on your lap, I know. But like her backstory is fantastic.
Now she's settled.
Well, I mean, she was a detective in Chicago, and she broke up terrorism cells and shit like that.
Oh wow!
So, and child pornography rings, and she's done a lot of good work for the world.
She's a hero. Then
she's amazing.
Child pornography.
She's not gay.
No, a hero. What did you mean I said?
Oh.
She's not a sandwich. What you thought? She ain't no grinder.
Hey, what'd you call my mom? You say she's a sandwich.
She's a gabagool sandwich.
Hey, what are you talking about?
She's we had some gabagool in Cosby, Tennessee today. Lord, I had some funky cheese, man. This was like a sandwich you'd get on the street in New York City. I couldn't believe it.
Damn.
I think Subway finally listened to
good sandwiches.
Yeah, I think they finally listened to our. Hey, how come you suck?
How come sandwiches taste like my ass?
And then, like a month ago,
how'd you know what your ass tastes like?
Oh, he knows.
I fall asleep on my chair a lot, upside down.
No, but yeah, Subway's flip the script, man. They've got some good meats and good sandwiches, and their bread's still made out of the same thing as gasoline, but it's
it struggles. I like cold sandwiches, but I gotta cook them. I gotta cook them now to make it taste a little bit better than that.
Shake it up a little bit.
It's just too bad.
There's secrets that people from cities know about sandwiches, like like Jersey Mike's. If you go to Jersey Mike's, you can't just go into Jersey Mike's, sit down, and eat the sandwich. You got to let it ferment for about half an hour, it wrapped up, and let it marinate a little bit.
It's magic.
Yeah.
I think about 7-8 minutes is good enough for that, but you're exactly right. And I think, the secret to any sandwich is the bread. That's the secret. That's like 75% of the quality of the sandwich is the bread.
Yeah. Well, Chicago's got this thing called they call it a beef. It's just a beef sandwich. It's Italian beef with mozzarella, giardiniera, which that giardiniera is kind of it's like jalapeno.
It's Italian.
Spice.
It's Italian vegetables. There's cauliflower and carrots in it. It's got like a gravy on it. It's very.
It's pickled in like a jalapeno sauce.
Pickled, so that's right.
Yeah. And it's spicy, but the Chicago beef sandwich put on a Kaiser bun, and you dip it in the au jus sauce, and
its own meat sauce, yeah.
But it's one of those things that the secret to that is you have to eat it as quick as hot as it can be.
You can't. Yeah.
You can't let it cool down. You got to eat like as soon as they get that thing out of the dip sauce. You got to have that thing in your mouth.
Put it in your mouth.
Just put it in your mouth.
Put it in your
Put it in
mouth.
there.
Come on, sweetheart.
I've been lonely and frustrated.
Oh.
He wanted to go in. He wanted to go into our bit that we do about hidden in plain sight or abducted in plain sight about that terrible guy. But I'm just looking at this is the cutest you've ever looked.
Really?
And
You look just totally adorable.
you look very adorable.
Thanks.
You look tasty tonight. I don't know. I
Oh.
guess the Jets won. Tennessee Volunteers won. We fucking had some good filming today. I don't know. Maybe it set my testosterone over 320.
You bunch of pucker with a jalapeno sandwich.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, his blood pressure is still pretty bad.
My club foot's flaring up.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do anything about it, but if you come over here, sweetie, we'll at least wrestle around in a bed for 45 minutes.
I mean, it's 2022.
Yeah.
Who gets the gout? I mean, that shit's from like medieval times. You know?
Yeah.
I have gout in my eyebrows. It's weird. It's the first person ever. My eyebrows flare up. I scare children. What are you doing for a Halloween, either one of you?
Yep. Playing music.
I don't know. I'm thinking about doing a ghost hunt, but I'm not sure. I know I'm doing one on the full moon on November 8th. I'm kicking around the idea of doing it on Halloween, too, because, it's Halloween, and it's on a Monday, so I ain't got shit to do. I'm going to sleep really late, get up, go hunt some ghosts or something. Dress up again. I know everybody the other night was like, is it Halloween already? I'm like, it's fucking October, dude. It's fucking Halloween all month. It should be, but...
I know 40-year-old men who have birthday weeks.
Yeah.
So Halloween can last all month. What are you going to dress up as?
Well, I have a lot of options because I have a problem. Spirit of Halloween is in town, and that's where I'm spending all my money. So
I'm gonna be a sexy taste bud.
Yeah. Your big old grimace outfit. Why is it purple though?
What are you doing? Because it's a dead body. It's somebody ate too much fast food and they died of a heart attack.
Yeah, they've been laying there for a while.
So what are you going to dress up as?
I don't know. It's either
it's kind of a hodgepodge of everything.
Yeah, it's either going to be a spirit or a sugar skull or skeleton or Jason. I don't know. I might just dress up. I'm going to dress up all weekend.
How about you combine? I like when people combine things. Like you have the Hello Kitty Darth Vader or zombie Amelia Earhart. What if you do a sugar skull Jason?
Ooh, that'd be cute.
You could put the thing on his mask, and it could be Jason's the one. Yeah, Jason's a hockey mask. You put the sugar skull shit on there and have like a Mexican shirt.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to dry hump people that aren't expecting
I know when you're talking about Luke acting, I keep thinking about that little skit he did on his TikTok about the pillow. And he's like, you can even fuck it. I don't know. It's stuck in my head.
That's on our Big and Funky YouTube page, too. It's one of... Luke does very good... we used to do skits all the time. We will resume after we're done with this movie because we've got like 10 excellent skits that we've written. But
that's pretty much our conversations pretty much during the week is like, hey, man, I got this skit idea.
Yeah, that's how Candy, who was in the hike with me and Luke, Travis, who was in the hike with us and wrestling with ghosts and stuff, and WJHC, where he shines, as Jack Lowe Jr. Yeah, that's how we talk through the weeks. I got a skit idea. And about one.
How's he doing anyways? I know he had like some sort of health scare or whatever, had to go to the hospital and stuff. He doing better?
Yeah, he hadn't talked about it. He lost his job. What's funny is this year, everybody was kind of... Big and Funky is like 30-something people, but it's really like a small group. But like everybody was struggling this year. Luke and Travis were doing great.
And Candy.
And yeah, Candy's doing pretty well too. And now, like, Travis lost his job, and he had a really big health scare. You know, Luke's had some stressors and some bad.
All right, just to be fair, Travis didn't like it. he didn't lose his job or get fired. The place shut down.
Right.
He was assistant manager of a restaurant that shut down. So
I appreciate you protecting his honor. I was too loose. I was too careless with it. But so they're kind of the wheel turns, right? Everybody who's if you're listening to this, if you're on the bottom, the wheel turn. You'll be back on top soon. Everybody on top, enjoy it now, because eventually somebody gets sick or something bad happens. So, but. He's doing better, and can't wait. He's going to be the one of the major leads in our fourth movie coming out. That we're actually going to be on Halloween. We're going to be releasing. This is exciting on our YouTube page. This is something, and also on bigandfunkyproductions.com. On Halloween, we'll be releasing a teaser for our fourth movie, CGM, which we're all excited about. We think that one's going to be so much fun, and Camp Smokey's going to be fun, but in a different way. But that's what we're going to do on Halloween, is debut our fourth movie, a little teaser trailer for our fourth movie.
Now, as speaking of Travis Segraves as Jack Lowe Jr., I decided I got a tip. From when I was playing music, a guy walked up and handed me some edibles as a tip. And I'm not one to smoke, or, I'm not really one for marijuana. I've done it, like last time I did it, Vinny talked me into getting a dick tattooed on my arm.
And you did it?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's in the movie WJC. You'll see it. But so I decided I'm going to sit back and I'm going to eat one of these edibles, and I'm going to watch WJHCAM. And I want to see what sticks out to me as funny. And I got to tell you,
this week. You did that this week.
I did that Friday night, I think.
Yeah, there you go.
And Thursday night. So I put it in slowly, just a tip first. No, so I'm watching it, and I'm like, I let the edible kick in, and then I put the movie on, and I'm sitting there, I'm watching. I'm like, yeah. And then the first moment I saw Travis, I was like, ah! And then every time he's on screen, I'm just dying of just, he's sitting there, he's jerking off and gets out of breath and takes a hit off of his inhaler and then goes back. I'm like, that's a hit. But then, the other thing that really caught me was we have our friend Demetria is a drag queen, and she's got a part in the movie, and I had to literally rewind the movie about 40 minutes because I was laughing for 40 straight minutes, just puking laughing. I'm like,
I'm surprised. See, I thought that's one of the few things in the movie I thought was going to get a bigger laugh. When I've been to 3 different premieres and been pleasantly surprised with the crowd reaction and sniffles at the end and laughs all the way through. And when it's tense, it's quiet. It's we're very fortunate with how. But I thought
the movie played exactly like it should play.
Yeah. And I was surprised though that Demetria's bit doesn't get an out loud laugh like I thought it would. But what hit about when she was on the screen? What hit you so funny? Do you think?
Just first of all, where it's like everything. There's 3 clips of her, and one of them she's full in drag in her basement, and she just looks at the crowd and goes something like, "Hello, bitches," and I'm like, ah, that killed me. But then a little bit later, then she's dressed normal, and she's like looking at Vinny seductively, and then fanning herself off with a Bible, and I'm like, just the facial expressions are so fucking great.
Yeah, everybody did so good on that movie. Dimitri's another one.
What I was thinking about is the reason people might not have found that as funny as it actually is because they're worried about the woke shit. They're like, oh, we can't laugh at a cross-dresser. We can't laugh at this. This is making me uncomfortable. My pussy hurts. It just.
There's sand in my vagina.
She wrote that line, so I mean, she performed that, wanted to perform it. We didn't have a gun to her head, and she thought it was great and had a good time. Hopefully,
well, maybe they were laughing on the inside. That's why it was so quiet.
One of my favorite things that Big and Funky does, especially in Wrestling with Ghosts, and it's most prevalent in our Brushy Mountain episode, is that we put strange things that are outside of the normal into the normal and don't acknowledge them. Like we've got Demetria there investigating ghosts and then picking up corn snakes and there's a whole room full of people and then there's this corn snake on the ground and the drag queen goes over and picks it up like and it's biting her on the hand. She's like, it didn't hurt. And that so you got this drag queen in it, and then we had a furry there.
I remember that scene.
but you don't acknowledge it. I think that's the beauty is you put these things that are outside of the normal into normal situations and don't acknowledge them. That's funny to me. We had this whole bit worked out and it played out perfectly. We're at Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. It's one of the most violent places that's ever existed.
Doing a ghost hunt.
Doing a ghost hunt. And you can see, but on the episode, we had this whole thing where it was like, me and Vinny had an idea, and we didn't let Travis in on it. But we told him, hey, but we said, hey, Travis, what we need to do is we want to, you're a guy, and you're, there was homosexual acts here, so we need you to wear a dress for this part of the investigation. And he took his mom's dress and didn't ask her about it. And so he put the dress on and we're investigating and then things are happening and we're like, and Travis is wearing a dress reacting to all this stuff. And then there's, in the show.
It's not just a dress. It's he's a large guy, but it is a spaghetti strap dress.
Yeah.
Sparkly.
Nothing basically from the nipple up. He's walking around the worst, what do they call it? The worst place on earth, one of the worst prisons with some of the most violent stuff.
But the best part is he figured it out what we did. That there was no reason for him to be in a dress. We wanted to see if we could get him in a dress. And he did. But we're standing by this place and we're all standing there and all of a sudden it looked like by a doorway and it looked like something come running at us. And we're like, oh Jesus, and then Travis goes, that moment ends and Travis goes, guys, why am I in a dress?
Have you been touched yet?
Now the funniest thing is that I think it was for Halloween or something back in 2018 or 19. And we debuted that on YouTube. It aired on a couple TV networks, but we did a preview on YouTube. And we're sitting there, and I think we were doing a thing where we're all watching it together and commenting, and the fans were watching it. And Travis's mom, who never hardly ever pipes in, we're sitting there, and we're doing the scene, and the scene is happening that Luke is talking about. And all of a sudden in the chat on YouTube, it pops up. So that's where my dress went. He stole the dress out of his mom's closet, stretched it out, and she was like, it never fit right after that. And I wondered what happened, but
kind of like Kim Kardashian ruining Marilyn Monroe's dress. Like the fuck.
That was a super fun investigation. I will say that if you get a chance to go to Brushy Mountain, they do paranormal investigation. They do guided or self-guided paranormal investigations there. There's a distillery. There's a great restaurant. So if anybody around the world wants to do a great paranormal investigation, have a great time, look up Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. It's in East Tennessee, a little bit north of Knoxville, and you'll have a great time.
Is that the one where you guys had like all of your best friends and characters and everything running?
We had a huge, we had a huge
I love that scene.
That it was interesting. We got to go before they turned it into a tourist situation, which is not bad now, but it was dangerous, and there was places that were really falling apart, and people probably shouldn't have been in there in the first place. So it was really kind of nice. And it was before they put signs and guardrails and painted everything for safety and shit. So,
but what a little behind the scenes on that. More behind the scenes was you won't see a lot of Big Luke in the first. It's an hour and a half long episode, and I'm like not in the first 55 minutes. And Vinny just explains off. I bet you haven't noticed he's Big Luke, but he joins us here. Well, the problem they were giving us samples of their new alcohol, and I got hammered. And
the only people that was not under the influence of something was me and Travis. Everybody, and there was 20-something people. Probably, I don't know if Mitch probably didn't drink. He was a furry. Yeah. He probably needs to.
Demetria slept in her car in the.
So everybody partook. It was kind of a stressful, irritating investigation because everybody was a little lit, but it was.
And that's dangerous. You should not be partaking of anything when you go investigating because I know it's easier to get an attachment.
We learned our lesson. We would never do that again. We were degenerates back
then. I did it 3 investigations later, but the thing is the accepted rules of paranormal investigation. We debunk ghosts as we try to debunk paranormal investigations. That's just who we are. You can't do this. Well, then you tell us you can't do something on a ghost hunt, we're going to do it. You can't say ghost hunt. It's a paranormal investigation. It's a fucking ghost hunt. It's, we're hunting for ghosts.
Yeah.
We're trying to help people. No, we're not. People, I love when people say, well, I love being in the paranormal because we're helping people. And I'm like, no, well, then how come you're investigating Waverly Sanatorium?
Because it's fun.
There? Well, people,
yourself
the helping thing is strange. I've been with somebody we were talking about today in a pejorative sense, and we won't mention who it is. But for example, this is what's happened with paranormal investigations that I have seen. So I get a phone call. Such and such is happening in Newport. There's a family under siege in Newport, Tennessee. There is a poltergeist.
It was horrifying.
There's a poltergeist afoot. They flipped the table over. The ghost did. They're throwing rocks from the potted plants across. The voices are coming out from everywhere. And somebody called me to come help them with an investigation. The children are awake in the room, watching all the adults act like goofballs. And so I come over there, and here's the problem. They turned out all the lights to make it super scary. And so the children are sitting there like, what the hell is happening? You can just tell they're not. It's fun for a dumbass adult, but it's scary for a kid. So they didn't. And so I was like, can we turn the lights on? And they were like, no, we want to keep it dark. And so the guy that I'm with starts investigating this place. He's there to quote unquote help, but he's
Zach Baggins in it.
He's so-called Christian. He's a so-called Christian. So he's sitting there antagonizing these demons. If you're a demon, come out here, show yourself. I'll knock you out in the name of Jesus. I said, what are you doing? And there was strange stuff going on. Now, I never could figure out if people were, when a rock would fly across, I'm like, are people picking this shit up? Or they have a handful and they're tossing them and nobody's looking? I mean, if you turn the light on, you can see where they're landing. There was some strange stuff that happened, but I was like, can we chill out? Like, immediately, I was like, we need to chill out this antagonistic shit that you've seen from television on how to do a ghost hunt, and let's figure out what's going on. I said, can the kids go anywhere? Can they go over to grandma's or something? We need to get
right.
Yeah, they're
vulnerable.
It was amateur hour at the Apollo, I'll tell you that much. But, people watch this shit on TV and they think that's how you run a ghost hunt.
I'm going to have to use that line. I'll knock you out in the name of Jesus Christ. What the fuck did you just say?
Fuck you, devil.
I love hot Bible.
I'll put you in a figure 4 leg lock in the name of Jesus.
If anyone, I just made a reference to the worst thing you'll ever see, but you have to watch it. Let me find out what the band name is. You have to go Google search Hot Bible by a band called Vor, VOHR, and be prepared to see the funniest. I mean, I've watched
Wait a
this
minute.
video 30 times. It's so terrible.
Okay, so wait, the band name is Vor.
VOHR.
Okay,
And they're all a bunch of, 60-year-old youth pastors wearing suits and playing, $8,000 guitars and
there's women all in the kind of matching polyester dresses behind them as the backup singers, but they're doing the booty shake dance that Motown backup singers. They're doing this sexualized hip swing thing, and I'm like, I don't hate it, but I hate the dresses, I hate the suits, and if their name is Vor, I'm telling you, they're fucking around. That's not a real church situation,
Right?
no.
Because the hot Bible, are you kidding me? But they do. The suits look very uncomfortable. A lot of starch. The dresses, a lot of starch.
I'm looking up this song and I see Dry Hump and other shit on here. I'm like, what?
No,
okay, they are.
But the drum solo has me on the floor. It's so terrible. It reminds me that I went to an open mic night with my buddy Henry Bombat, who's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Henry! And Henry's from Bali, and he's Asian, but Bali is actually a Hindu country, so he looks like if you've ever watched Bloodsport, he looks like I forget, not Tiger Tong Po. Who's the other one? It's
the main villain.
Yeah, but but there was this dude got hammered drunk, and he gets up there and he's playing a Rolling Stones song, and Henry is like, I'm gonna go play the drums for him. And I was like, oh, Henry, you have to get up there and play nothing but drum fills. Just so Henry gets up there, and he's wearing Henry's in very good shape, and he's known for wearing short shorts, like tight short shorts. But his legs are like, they're chiseled by the Lord. And so he gets up there behind this drum set, and he starts, and then every time from where I'm sitting, like the singer is in the way, but you just see Henry, he'll like hit this, and then he'll just peek around the guy smiling at this big ass cheesy smile. It was maybe the funniest thing that because he was ruining this guy was so drunk he didn't know that Henry was up there fucking with him. He thought he was like, oh, I got a drummer, I'm so good, the drum, but that reminded me of the drum solos in Hot Bible.
Well, the thing about this band is the suits, the dresses. If you've ever been to church, spot on with the Pentecostal movement. They have the bass is one of those. Every bass player that's white that plays in church has one of those blonde 5 or 6 string basses with the gold hardware, and the drummer always plays electric drums because we can't be too loud or we'll make the old people leave. And the dresses of the women and the ties, they're so starchy looking. If they are fakers and they're actually like a punk thrash metal band or something like that, bravo.
There's no way. Those guys are so white.
The other thing about them that I think is great is if you've ever been around a Christian band, they turn up the volume of the vocals loud so you can hear the lyrics. Mm-hmm. And then when they say stuff, they like make eye contact as they're saying shit. Like, can you believe I'm saying this cool stuff in church? And they'll like give eye contact. They're like staring at people as they're saying stuff like, I love my hot Bible. And we're not saying anything.
Dude, there's no my in there. It's I love hot Bible.
And we're not saying anything against religion or anything like that, but it's just well, Hank Hill said it best in the cartoon. He was talking to a Christian rock guy, and he goes, "You're not doing Christianity any favors, and you're just making rock and roll a whole lot worse." So I think that's my synopsis exactly of most Christian rock. So
no, the band Vor is a real Christian band.
Okay, so that's the one with all the old people and shit, because I'm like, I don't think that's it, because it's under a different name as far as being posted. But But it looks like a bunch of old people in a
just
church choir.
go to YouTube and put in Hot Bible VOHR, and you will watch the greatest flaming turd of music. And the thing is they sound, they're actually guitar sounds, everything, because the guy's using this Paul Reed Smith guitar that is just like the dream guitar.
It is a nice guitar.
And so the sound is, like this, he hits the, and you're like, yeah. And then he starts with, I'm in love with the things of God. And I'm like, what?
What thing? What?
What's crazy is I put Hot Bible and Vor, and 4 down, there's Dry Hump.
I told you, that's what I just found. Dry Hump. I'm like,
no, there's
Dry Humping. A video of Dry Humping.
It shows somebody like straddling somebody else, and they're about to get it on.
Yes.
There's also a band called a singer called Cameron Vor. So
Scarlett Johansson gets dry humped. You're not understanding what I'm saying. And then there's another one that says dry hump.
I'm for it.
Yeah.
Well, now I just want to go down this rabbit hole of videos. I don't know why anybody's even listening to it. And then the Sex Offender Shuffle is right under it.
No, it's like, what's
are
going
we
on
live?
here? Yeah, we're live.
Did we get a
Is there any way you could put Hot Bible into the next round of break songs? Can you?
Hey, shit, maybe after the 4th song or whatnot, I could just like put it up to the mic and play it that way. But yeah, I just you were talking about Bob Ross earlier. I found the coolest Bob Ross picture the other day when I went to this restaurant called Oscars. Oh. And this is at an art store, and Bob Ross is like a fucking superhero or something. That was super cool. Yeah. And then a picture of Lily when we were doing our passing out of flyers the other night.
Well, that Bob Ross picture looked like Vinnie. I thought they were putting up a picture of Vinnie back when the Lord was still with his afro.
Funkmaster V. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, there was when my afro was awesome, and I was in my 20s, and I had the tight ringlets, and all the girls would be like, "Woo, let me touch your hair."
Do you have a pick in there?
I went into Barnes and Noble, and speaking of Christian music, there's a Christian rock guy named Keith Green. And if you're a little drunk or stupid, I look a lot like Keith Green with the hair like that. And I went up to this poor sales associate lady, and I said, "Hey," she's like, "Yes, can I help you?" And I said, "I'm Keith Green." And I held up the CD, and I was like, "You're charging way too much for this CD." And she's like, "I don't have any control of that." And I was like, "I want people to come to find God, and people aren't going to pay $17.82 for a Christian rock CD." I said, "You need to talk to your manager and come out and bring this down to
$9.99."
She's like, "It's set at corporate, sir." And I said, "I'm going to talk to somebody. So I'm going to go call somebody." But anyway.
Then the manager came out like, "Damn, Funkmaster V, that's a straight up tight ass perm."
It's a hot do.
I wish I still had it.
I know. I just saw the other day you chopped off your new epic hairdo, eh?
Oh, well, the haircut is awful. Like, I keep getting pictures people are taking of me of this. I got my hair really. It's
become like a Where's Waldo of East Tennessee to find Funkmaster V with his Vanilla Ice haircut. It's part mullet, part mohawk, part Vanilla Ice, part white guy inner city hip hop haircut with the shades. You look like you love Hot Bible.
I look like I need the Bible. And
I
had to go to court the other day, and I forgot my hair looks like shit because I've been wearing. It's a good thing the Jets are good this year because I've been wearing this Jets toque because I've been covering up my hair. And like right now, it doesn't look bad. You have to kind of get around. Yeah, it does look bad. I look kind of like the guy I look like Crispin Glover. And then in the back, I had to chop off. I took scissors and just chopped off the rat tail thing, the mullet thing. What? And I can't get it to lay right. Oh, it looks fucking terrible. In fact, I'm going to have to put the toque back on. This is unbelievable. But, yeah, it's taken way too long to grow out. And the joke is we went and we filmed this scene that I did for Camp Smokey. I wanted to look like a total douchebag. I succeeded.
From 1989. Yeah.
Yeah, from 1999. It fit. And then we went to the beach afterward and had a nice moment. Kirby was a friend of ours, and she's been in our movies. She's moving back to Arkansas, and she wanted to go to the. Since she was close, we're closer to the beach. She wanted to go to the beach, and
we got sushi
on the beach.
Ooh.
We had it was a great jukebox in the restaurant, man. We were dancing, all of us. We go out to the beach. It's the beautiful moon. We're out there in Myrtle Beach. People are taking pictures of all of us because we're having a grand time. We're letting the
Was that
water...
in Virginia or?
No, it's Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
And everybody's got these pictures, and then the ones of me, I'm like, delete that. Just take. I can't. I don't want that out there. It's like we
put a smiley face over my head.
Yeah, I don't want
want to see that
haircut
shit
to be seen out of the context of the movie. So
yeah, so that was probably my favorite thing. Was that day of filming? We left early in the morning, drove all the way out to Candy's house, and filmed in desolate location. And if people don't know, in North and South Carolina near the beach, the hurricanes over the years have wiped out complete towns.
Yeah.
So there's actual full towns sitting there, but they're empty. Nobody's there. And the storefronts still all look okay. They're boarded up and stuff. But if you look inside, they're just demolished inside. So we used one of those for the movie and had a great time with that. And, like it's this desolate, nobody lives in this town. The only thing open is the post office. But while we're trying to film, magic hours hitting, beautiful, and cars just kept driving through. We're like, where are these cars coming and going? We just get mad. I'm getting so mad that I yelled at Vinny about some shit that I'd never yell at Vinny about. I'm like, won't you just fire the hell up? Because I'm so mad. That's the one thing that aggravates that I think Vinny's only seen me actually mad twice, and it's always been because of cars.
Fucking up the sound, man.
He made Amber cry. It was weird. His never blows up, but I was like, it's okay. I've known the guy for 7-8 years. He's only mad twice. He should get mad a lot more with all the weird people in his life. But and what happened is we filmed and it spent a lot of time there in that one particular. They call him a hurricane town when it's a ghost town because of a hurricane.
Well, at least they learned their fucking lesson and left. I hate it when people go back. I'm like, what do you expect? Oh my god, I lost everything. Yeah, that happens there. Move.
Well, they right when rush hour was over, it became again, boom, nobody. It was desolate as hell, and you could play checkers in the street and not get hurt. But man, for that 2 hours we were there, it was just like every 5 seconds, car.
But we filmed that day at Vinny rented a cabin on a vineyard, which is funny because Vinny's full name is Vinnie Vineyard, and when he booked the cabin, they spelled vineyard for him. Like it's at the vineyard, VINE. And
he's like, I know.
And Vinny's like, and your name again? It's Vinnie Vineyard. But that place was awesome, and rented that for the whole night, but we were there for an hour and a half. Then we went and filmed at Candy's house, which was a lot of fun. And then we went out of, it's an hour, probably about half hour, 45 minutes out of our way, went to Myrtle Beach and got sushi at a place at, 11 o'clock at night. Our waitress was, what was attractive. And she was a singer. So we had talked about that. They had soul music playing on the radio. This old woman made us all our sushi fresh. And me and Vinny both got the sushi dinners for 4. We got them for ourselves and Pausma. I got this sushi and sashimi, and it was just a great night. And then we decided to drive home at leaving at 1 a.m. after being awake for already 18, 20 hours at the time. That was probably the wrong move. We should have died twice.
Right.
We probably should have died more than twice. It was a rough night back. And then, people, I don't know, like when you film something, it takes a lot out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's 10 o'clock. Do you need to hit a break? Or?
Yeah. I was just letting you guys finish. But yeah, we do need to go to music.
All right. Well, the punchline, I guess, would be, or the through line would be, we drove all the way home while we had a cabin rented at a vineyard that we all could have slept at that night and just left it in the morning. So
Yeah.
it was a good time.
Somebody had to go to their minimum wage job. I don't know who it was, but somebody had a $7 an hour job they had to get back to.
Holy fuck. I thought minimum wage
exactly.
was like $13 or $14 an hour.
It was, no.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Like back in the day, $7.
I steal shit from professionally, so I don't know.
Well, on that note, let's go to our first music break. We got Prime Example with our musical host who gives us most of our music for free. Otherwise, we have friends and other people giving it to us to play on our breaks instead of shitty-ass commercials. Hey, I'd play Vinny and Luke's commercials on here for sure. But we got Prime Example featuring Carolyn Giles with Dancing Machine. That'll get your booty shaking. Then we have Gravity from Krakow, Poland with Take a Walk in My Shoes and Throw You Away. And then we have Fred Johnson the Toid from Canyon County, California with Sugar. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this music break.
said you need. Well, don't you tell me, baby, how do you feel? As I walk down the street, thinking all the things you said you need. Well, don't you tell me, baby, how do you feel? Don't you take a walk? Well, don't you take a walk? In my shoes, why don't you take a walk? Before you tell me what to do, well, don't you take a walk? Well, don't you take a walk? In my shoes, why don't you take a walk? Before you tell me what to do. No, it's easy. You tell me what to do. Have you ever stopped to think all the things that I've been through? No, it's easy. You tell me what to do. Have you ever stopped to think all the things that I've been through? Don't you take a walk? Don't you take a walk? In my shoes, don't you, baby, take a walk? Before you tell me what to do, don't you take a walk? Don't you take a walk? In my shoes, don't you, baby, take a walk? Before you tell me what to do. try to find this with love. Where did our love go wrong? My sugar. Why did I make you cry? Whispers flow through my mind when I think about you. That warm feeling in me. My heart sings a sad song and just melts away. Please look into my eyes, my sugar. There's life in out there. Until the sun doesn't shine anymore, I'll be there. When time is a memory, I'll know this love. You will always be the one, my sugar. The feeling is so strong. Waiting here on this cold, lonely night without you. Where did our love go wrong? My sugar.
At least 13 more days before I get off ground. Yeah, and I'm trying to. Yeah, I was trying to play this through the microphone, but it's just not picking up. I don't freaking get it.
Are we on the
Weird.
air? We sound like we're high or something. And
People should explore.
We could be.
People should
That'd be. Go ahead.
people should explore Hot Bible on their own.
Yes, by vor.
are we
I'll
back?
tell you.
Hold on. Are we on the air?
Yes, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. We got Vinnie V, Funkmaster V, and we got Big Luke Walker.
I
Welcome
always
back,
like how
fellas.
I always like how you say Funkmaster
Funkmaster.
V. You just put that in there, and it's appropriate. You should, and
I
more
did
people
just-
should do that.
I did discover on my DNA too, I am part black, and that's where my funk comes from, I think.
There you go. What's up,
Well,
girl? The face
it's,
of horror.
yeah, he's actually it's not Funkmaster V. He's Frank Masters the Fifth. So
The Toyd.
So
which
when do
is-
you know about the faces of horror thing that you're gonna win?
Okay, important part, Vinny. You and Luke gotta vote for me. I've noticed Luke ain't been around. I'm like, what the fuck, Luke? Why are you hating on me right now? But I've seen you
busy
voting,
as
Vinny.
shit.
It takes a second.
I'm busy. I'm busy as hell burning down the bars I work at.
I know. It's that hot.
When was the final day? When did they crown the champion?
November 10th.
Oh God, this is going to go on for how many people are left?
I don't know. There's different groups. Whoever's first in this group going forward will be the final group.
Yeah, I will tell you, there was about 40 people on my Facebook feed that were, I think they've all been eliminated now, but like vote for me.
Not me. I'm still here, so you should vote for me.
And some of them were
I
like,
had people that weren't even in like you're a paranormal host of a radio show and you're a ghost hunter. I just jerks. It's like you played Resident Evil 3. That doesn't mean you should be the face of horror. You saw 3 Halloween movies. That doesn't mean I should vote for you.
Though we did have one of our friends, I think we should brag on our friend Hack, who was in all of our movies and part of the Big and Funky Productions team. He won Horror Host of the Year, National Horror Host of the Year. So
that's awesome.
Hell yes. He's such a worker. He's such a worker. He had them, instead of giving him a trophy or a plaque, they made him make a pro wrestling championship belt for Horror Host of the Year. I think that's cool.
Hell yes.
He wrestled somebody for it or something. But the thing about Hack is Hack's in our groups and he doesn't use punctuation, and I think he does voice to text, and I never understand what the hell he's saying. So when he's saying something like, I won Horror Host of the Year, I'm always like, what? Because I can't understand how he phrases it.
That's freaking awesome. And what's his name again? I want to look him up.
Hack. Tony Covington's his real name, but I think everybody knows him as Hack. But
Hack's Horror Show.
Yeah, Hack's Horror Show. And if you have Roku, if you have a Roku TV, get the Hack's Horror Show channel. There's some super funny stuff on there. His show he subscribes to the old school philosophy of blood, boobs, and gore.
Yeah. Those are the major things for horror. Well, you know what? I grew up on horror. That was like a family tradition. We, on the weekends, would sit and watch scary movies and shit. Like, I grew up on scary movies. I love that shit. And I actually just the other day introduced the kids to the hike. And then the host here, Jim Violetta or something. He's a Filipino film producer, but he's asking, what is a horror flick that you've watched that just doesn't get the glory that it deserves? And I put The Hike in. Yeah, I love the horror with the comedy. Perfect mix for me because those are two of my favorite things.
And now, you're one of the few people, you're probably the only person that really likes The Hike better than WJHC, right?
Yeah, and when I watched it the other day, I was like, the sound could be louder. I had to really crank up the TV, but otherwise,
on which one, The Hike, or
yeah.
Well, a lot of the problems that have happened with sound, audio, visual with that, it comes from the compression that we had to do to get it down. You have to.
Well, the DVD companies have to do that.
Yeah. We can't the way we film, and we film in 4K and everything. If we were to release the movie as its actual, in its actual form, it would be like 180 gigabyte movie.
Yeah,
so it has to be compressed, and then the DVD company does all the compressing, and so things are lost in the mix. And
a little bit, yeah.
I watched it on Amazon Prime because my daughter came over, and it's October, so it's like horror flick season, and she showed me a movie, and I had to show her.
Even on Amazon, it's got to be compressed so they can save rooms on their servers, and it's because
what were you saying there?
What?
She came over and what?
Oh, she showed me a movie that she's like, this doesn't get enough attention as it should, blah, blah, blah. But it's a really good movie. And it's these people go to France and they go to this certain place and they go diving. This guy shows them this place to go diving. And it's like an underwater city, like a lot of our reservoirs are. And they go into this one house and it's just crazy because you know how things build up underwater. It wasn't, but yeah, it was creepy because it was like this total devil worshipping place, and the people.
What's the name of it?
I think The Dive. She showed me The Dive. I showed her The Hike, but I'm gonna have to look that up really quick just to make sure, or just go ahead.
Well, while we're on this line of thought, there's been some really good shit released here in the last couple of weeks, as far as like horror and I know Prey was released a while ago. That's the Predator. prequel kind of
I
movie.
wanted to see that one. The previews, I was just like, holy fuck, that's intense.
Well, the weird thing while watching it is I was like, I'm thinking they probably pumped $20-30 million in this movie. I was like, watching it and watching the shots and the scenes, I was like, me and Vinny could have done this for $50,000.
Right.
But it was a fantastic movie. Beautifully well shot. They didn't like really hit you over the head. Like obviously the antagonist or the hero is a female, but
the heroine.
Believable. Very believable how she, but it was better than the other Predator movies because it actually they were also not as evolved. The Predator hunters weren't as evolved. Like they didn't use the laser guns. They didn't, or he didn't. And so it was, and it was showed that the Predator was actually vulnerable. So it was very, very good movie. Then I watched Werewolf by Night on Disney Plus. It's the Marvel show. And as far as, a fan of really old horror movies like House on Haunted Hill and things like that, yes, it's a masterpiece to behold. The way they filmed stuff, they captured the cheesiness. What's the name of that one? Werewolf by Night.
Werewolf by Night.
And yeah, it's black and white, which, they told us you couldn't do black and white. They couldn't stream WJHC because, it's black and white. And
it shows Vinny's booty. Booty, you guys. If you want to see Vinny's booty, check out that movie, WJHC.
But it's very, very, very good. And the Dahmer I thought was boring as shit.
See, that's what you were saying. And my daughter said she watched it and she really enjoyed it. And she's like, no.
It's now the main actor is fantastic. What's his name, Luke?
Evan Peters.
Evan Peters is fantastic. It's just, I think these Netflix shows and when they do the limited run, I think we live in this new age where they're trying to figure out. They just, how you doing over there? That was a nice shot. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But I think this thing could have been presented in 5 episodes and it's 10. They could have sped some of that stuff up. But if we want to talk about good movies,
before you go there, Kinsey just got back to me and she said it's called The Deep House.
The Beep House?
Deep House.
Oh, The Deep House. Gotcha.
Yes.
We'll watch that.
Gotcha. The Beep House would be irritating. It'd be like beep. You'd be like, I can't beep. Concentrate. I can't sleep.
Yeah.
But I'm going to describe a movie. Let's see if you can guess what it is. On IMDb, it's rated the 6th best horror movie of all time. Ooh. It's rated the 10th best comedy of all time. And it's rated the 11th best thriller of all time. Can you guess what it is?
I can.
You said the 6th?
6th best horror of all time. Right now it's rated that high.
Based on ratings. Based on
user ratings.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't think one. The Fog.
It's called WJHCAM, and it was released by Big and Funky Productions. It's got a 9.8 on IMDb, which it's
based
on awesome.
user reviews of over 200 votes or something like. It can't be just like something's got 10 votes but people that have watched the movie love the movie. But talking about Evan Peters, man, I got flamed hard for putting a post up that said, there was this whole thing that it's time to admit that Evan Peters is the best actor of this generation. And everybody's saying that Evan Peters is the best actor of this generation. Now, Evan Peters in American Horror Story Hotel is one of my favorite characters. He plays like this 40s con man. He goes, "Yeah, you see," and his accent's great.
You see?
Yeah, and I love him in it. And I do think he is a phenomenal actor. But the best actor of this generation, and
that's the guy that he's played many roles. But one of the ones
he played Dahmer. Yeah, he played Dahmer.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like. I was like, well, Michael B. Jordan exists.
Oh yeah, he's
even,
talented too.
Sam Rockwell exists. Gary Oldman exists.
Older, too old. They're talking about somebody who's in their 20s or whatnot.
Well, I mean, Michael B.
youngins.
But Michael B. Jordan exists, and Donald Glover exists, and I don't, and people just jumped by. But I put that as an addendum. I was like, and if we're talking like that's alive right now, then I put in Gary Oldman and people like that. But people were like, no, Evan Peters is God. Evan Peters. I was like, just calm down, fangirls.
All right, well, Childish Gambino hasn't been in a lot, but I do love him. I mean, he was in Community and Star Wars Solo. I don't know what else he was in. But
Isn't
Evan
that
Peters, but Evan Peters, I think has flexed more muscle. You're talking about certain football teams not being ranked so high, doing more. I think he's done. The only one I think that I can think of that's given him a run for his money that's a man. Would be Killmonger and
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, and the guy from Michael B. Jordan is the man, but Evan Peters is doing television more than movies, so I would give the nod. I would give the nod to old Killmonger. But
who played Jimi Hendrix? Was that Andre 3000 or Andre 5000? Remember that Jimi Hendrix?
I didn't see the movie.
Oh,
me neither. I need to watch it.
But Chadwick
I love
Boseman, Jimmy. God rest his soul, would have been another contender because he played James Brown to a T, and Chadwick Boseman was the man.
Play James Brown. Shit.
Well,
that's got to be a hard role to fill.
Another great movie I watched was Hellraiser. Hellraiser was fantastic. Like I said, my only negatives I had on it were personal preferences. Like they took the leather away from the Cenobites. I thought the leather looked cool on the Cenobites, but
Hey, I just want to say I'm sorry to interrupt you, man, but like the last time I went to the mall and got some Cenobites, it didn't even come with the fucking cream that's supposed to come with it.
Well, that's you got to call corporate. Yeah, you got to call corporate.
What is that with Cinnabon? Cinnabon is, I'm going to Auntie M's next time. That's all I know.
Yeah, everybody's getting chintzy with their shit. It's like, come on, how much does that cost? Just like I went to Dunkin' Donuts to get a chocolate-covered fucking donut, and there's barely anything on there. It's like, what the fuck? Like, it really doesn't cost that much.
But Jamie Clayton, who played the priest, or Pinhead, as the character is known, was fantastic. The first couple, times you see Pinhead, you're like, I was like, I don't know if I like it or not. And then they gave her more dialogue in the second half of the movie. I'm like, oh yeah, she's got it. I just, she was great. And that's one of those characters that, or Jamie Clayton.
So that's when it had the female Pinhead in there?
Yeah, well, and the thing about Jamie Clayton is she's one of those characters that she was in Sense8, which I thought was one of the best TV shows ever made, and then they canceled it after season 2. But she's trans. She's a trans woman, and she still embodies everything sexual about a woman, Mm-hmm. So, and that's what was killing me is people were like, oh, everybody's complaining about there being a female Pinhead. I was like, well, let me tell you about Jamie Clayton, which a beautiful trans woman would be exactly the perfect person to be Pinhead.
Right. Because they're just so empowered and confident. And
Pinhead's whole thing is like a forbidden, taboo sexuality of pain and pleasure. It's
totally
about
makes sense.
And the fact that a beautiful trans woman, where people are like, yeah, I can't, the straights would sit there and go, I know that's a trans woman. I can't say she's beautiful. That's a trans woman. I can't say she's beautiful because people are so weird about that stuff. But, so that perfectly kind of encapsulates the theory, what Pinhead's about is about, the forbidden taboo things you don't want, sexual pleasures and perversions you don't want to say out loud.
Yes.
But what if you want to say them out loud, like right now?
Yeah.
I say them out loud. I think Jamie Clayton's a total babe.
She's a mega babe.
Tess, it's time for you to be a Pinhead. and tell us all your sexual
I
secrets.
should try that. Oh, really?
Oh, yes. It's time to give in to the Hellraiser motif.
Okay. I like to be choked.
Hey! Breaking news here.
Breaking news.
38 after the hour. Likes to be choked. Well, I'll tell you what. I can help you with that.
Well, thank you.
Next time you eat a hot dog, don't chew it.
I've actually seen people swallow those motherfuckers whole, so I don't know. You never know. Maybe, that reflex might kick in and that wiener just go right down and I won't even choke,
Well, you might, you also could turn yourself on at lunch inadvertently.
Right
before you die.
Wear the vibrating panties.
Well, Vinny's really into feet, so we know this about him.
Ooh.
Oh, man. There's a
You
girl
like the
that
toes?
Well, no, not more than any other man, but there are.
Yeah,
there are. It's not that I have the thing. Like I like how women are into this. I'm not going to sell my pictures online or do videos, but I'll have an OnlyFans and sell my pictures of my feet. I just can't imagine. I love that dip in the toe, pardon the pun, of pornography. Like that's
into
like
the water.
First line of, it's like I'm not going to be a total slut, but I'll sell my. So I do think that's humorous. You'll have Christian married women who will be like, I'll put my feet on there.
Well, first of all, why are you subscribed to so many of them then? Second of all,
what could the market be? How many men? I know Quentin Tarantino's into the feet.
Look, I always think feet guys
That's
are.
That's why he went
just
Oriental,
about
huh? He likes a little bitty tiny ones.
They're like.
Oh, he went Arabian.
The next line in conversation of, "Oh, I'm so attracted to a woman's feet. I want her dirty feet." The next one is, "Puke on me." I just think feet guys are the lowest.
Or give me a golden shower.
Yeah.
What?
No, I think
no.
Yeah, I think feet guys are just about to the level of getting a dump on their chest. Like that's the next logical line of conversation.
Right.
I have a weird thought since we're being all pinheads here. I kind of think guys who are in anal sex with women either hate women or they're kind of gay. Because I've never understood that.
Yeah, why the brown eye?
That's just
why
my
are you
own
so
ignorant
interested in the
personal
brown
opinion. It's like they want to hurt. They either want to hurt women or be with a dude. That's the only reason I understand. Or they're just bored.
There's a comedian named Mitch Fatel's got a great bit on that. He's like, "Why would you go there?" You're like, "What are you just like guys having sex with a girl?" And he's like, "Oh, if there's just somewhere else I could put this that wasn't as well lubricated."
Well, to me, why would you go to the dirt road when there's a snack shop?
Don't go dookie dumping. Come on, man. Why you gotta poke the turd? Don't poke the bear. Don't poke the turd.
I'm not for it.
I've never got it to work. I'm going to tell you that.
Yeah, the only person I knew that was into that was very abusive, and he had a Napoleon complex. So maybe all that shit goes hand in hand. Literally,
I think
that shit.
I think there is some psychological. I think there is some psychological stuff. It's like you want to hurt women or you want to be with a dude, and it's like you're trying stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with it. We're all pinheads here.
We are pro gay and pro sluts here. We love gays and sluts.
That's true.
Do we like gay sluts though? Do we have a?
I mean,
they're fun.
Is that in the
they're
mission
fun to
statement
watch?
Yet?
Yeah.
I think all gays are sluts, aren't they? Or I guess.
Well, I mean, there's kind of a psychological reason behind that with gay dudes. It's like that movie that came out and bombed called Bros. It's a gay romantic comedy, and I don't think it worked. And it bombed. And the guy that directed it is blaming everybody. The homophobic America didn't go see my gay romantic comedy.
There's a new one coming out. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, Bros.
Yeah.
And it's like
I never heard of it.
Yeah, the problem with
it's been advertised hardcore on HBO.
For one, before it was released, the guy even said, "I don't want conservatives watching my movie." I don't want anybody that's, you know, he like made a list of people he didn't want to see his movie. So it's
I
like,
want
so
everybody to
they
watch
didn't.
my movie. Everybody.
But I think the reason that gay dudes didn't go watch his movie either is because it's a romantic comedy. First of all, like, well, gay dudes, one of the I guess the, you know, knowing a bunch of gay dudes, one of the bonuses of gay dudes is when you're flirting with a dude, it's a dude. There's not much flirting you have to do. You have to be like, you have to sit there like, so
you want to go fuck?
yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, you want to go fuck? Yeah, let's go. And that's it, because like there's no romance, because a man's default answer is yes. A woman's default answer is no.
I don't know.
Keep working on it. So how can you have a romantic
yeah. Some of us are like dudes in a lady's body, so it's kind of different. Yeah.
But generally speaking, we're just talking in generalities. But
general.
But yes, every gay guy. I mean, guys can do a hand gesture in a bathroom that smells like ass and death, and they don't need the romantic dinner and nice
smells
lighting.
Like ass and lotion.
When the light at the pilot truck stop is going zzz,
you know, there's some shit going down.
Or a wacky courting process beset by calamities, and you know, it's not all that.
I have two brothers that are gay. One is totally in denial, even though I walked in and busted him, and he will deny and talk shit about my brother that is gay, that is totally out. And he's not like flaming. I walked in and caught him with his transgender girlfriend. You know, so she's a queen and stuff. She does shows. So fucking beautiful. And I caught him fucking around with her, and he's like, "Oh no, it's not what it looked like." I'm like, "I don't fucking care, John. Really, I don't care." But then my other brother.
But there's also.
I was giving her an examination. I was giving her an examination. It wasn't sexual.
And then my other brother,
thought he had an anal polyp.
Yeah, I had to check it out. But no, yeah, he was with this person for a long time, but he denied. And I'm like, dude, I don't fucking care. Like, I'm not going to judge you. That's not my place. And then my other brother, he's gay, been out of the closet forever. His family being predominantly LDS, aka Mormon, did not accept that, plus his goth thing and everything like that. But he doesn't like the whole flaming thing where, you know, they use the voice and everything like that. Like, he's a man through and through, and he does want to have kids, but at the same time, like, he has his wants and needs, and, you know, he has no shame in his game. It's so weird how it works.
That's a good point. There's a guy that's on the British baking show, or one of those Netflix shows about it's like kind of like it's a baking show. It's not a cooking show. And he's the host of the show, and he's got a husband, but he's like the most masculine dude you would ever see. Like, there is no homosexuality wafting off this guy at all, except he's got very nice clothes and his hair's great.
Yeah, and his nails are nice.
But he looks like a dude's dude. And I think, you know, I don't know what happens with the voice and stuff and stuff, but I think if there was more guys in the limelight, I'm sure there's plenty of them that exist, but if there's more gay guys that were just like, yeah, I'm a gay guy, what are you gonna do about it? I think that would it would help the movement a little bit.
And there is also a niche of like you were saying with the, you know, the brother with a trans girl. Now, a lot of guys are under the impression that's not gay.
No, because it looks like a girl, you know? But generally, he runs around, he looks like a guy, unless it's on the weekend. He's doing his thing, then he looks like a girl.
Yeah, like comedian Jim Norton's, you know, he always says, "I'm not gay, but I like trans women." You know, so
they're gorgeous.
Do they have?
I can't even do my eyebrows like that.
Yeah, almost. Barely anybody has actually gone through the full transition. I mean, when I saw the statistics on it on a show one time, and it's like, you know, like not even 0.5% of trans women have actually gone through it. They just do the hormones. They don't do the
the slicey slice, the deli,
the slash and gash.
Mike. So that's it. I didn't know that. So that's pretty interesting. I know you can't, or this used to be the case. You can't be a drag queen if you've had the surgery.
Really?
You yeah.
So you
have to
gotta
have,
puck up and shot.
You have to have the
You
jump.
can't have the slice and dice going on. That's weird.
I don't know. I guess
so. I guess rules are rules.
I don't know.
Rules are
That's
rules.
intriguing. What do you do?
It is. So what is your brother? Your brother, is he now the one that thinks he's straight? Did he break up with his transgender girlfriend?
Oh yeah, and he moved from Arkansas to Colorado, and he married a 70-year-old woman that we used to live across the street from.
70?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now she's above that, but yeah. He married a 70-year-old woman. She had all kinds of Elvis and other paraphernalia, which he was trading off for drugs. Now he's got a new girlfriend, and I just feel for her because I know my brother. I know what's going on here. Maybe.
How old is she?
She's about, I think she's younger than him or about the same age.
Okay.
So at least he's like transitioned.
That is a. Like,
well, I will tell you straight out. Not that old, but I do like older women. I like them about 10 years older than me. I always have.
Me too.
Even when I was a teenager, I dated women that were way inappropriately older.
Different. You're old now.
Yeah.
So now it's
now you got to go backwards.
Now it's like a thing that's wrong. Something's wrong with you.
Well, maybe
if I was
I'm
out,
younger than you,
if I was
but
out,
I'm older
a
than you. Like...
a 27-year-old, if a 27-year-old girl was hitting on me and a 57-year-old girl was hitting on me, I'm 47. I would take the 57-year-old almost 100% of the time.
Yeah, for real.
The old blend.
Less drama.
Now there is.
Well, they know how to throw down.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. They know what they want.
They know what's up.
You can break their hip.
And they'll make it
kind of sag and stuff. There's some the face jiggles a little bit. There's some.
And they still have this residual kind of and when you're done, they'll kick you right out. I mean, it's like, all right, get the fuck out of here when you're done, because they're like, I got to clean the house and I've got shit to do. I got to go to work.
Yeah,
but they'll still,
that's hot.
Gotta go to the senior center. You gotta get out of here.
But they will say, have a seat. I'm going to make you a nice, whiskey on the rocks and
have some cookies.
I'm going to churn you some butter. I'm going to make you a nice butter sandwich, and I'm going to milk the goat.
Yeah, then you just sit here and watch the Lawrence Welk show for a while. Get in the mood.
You have to watch Matlock for 30 minutes before. I'm ready now. Matlock,
I'm going to knock the dust off that pussy.
Yeah. Oh, God. Let me get my nightie on.
Get your moo-moo going.
Get my moo-moo
It's moo-moo time. It's moo-moo time.
A nice see-through moo-moo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not into younger women, though. I'm not on the market, but if I was single, I do not like women. I don't know if I could ever be in a relationship. A physical thing is one thing, but in a relationship with somebody under 35, I don't think I can.
Even with an intelligent woman or an old soul, or a young woman, there is a vapidity that I can't get past.
There's just something missing. Yeah. Unless it's a remarkable woman. And
then you're sitting back having a good conversation. Then she's like, "Well, this guy was sus," and I'm like, "All right, I'm out."
Well, here's the thing. So let's talk about us a little bit. But I'm bridging this over. So I got a guy in the car the other day.
Sexy!
He was one of these car show guys who's in these awesome Fast and Furious little cars, little burp cars. They go fast and go wee.
They don't even go fast. They just make that sound.
They go 45, and the whole time they're going wee.
Yeah, I was playing a show on the Gatlinburg Parkway, and during this car show, and they were driving by, and I swear it sounded like just somebody was throwing garbage cans down the mountain. I
don't know what that means, but I'm with you.
Go ahead, anyway,
Vinny. This guy was talking about movies. I said, we make movies. He said, oh, yeah, what kind of movie you make? So I'm telling him about WJHC.
You're like the best.
Piece, right at Y2K. A lot of people at Y2K thought Christ would return. So what would happen at a Southern Gospel radio station when the assholes didn't get sucked up into the air? They had to defend the radio station against the denizens of the night, which is kind of what I say about the movie. And he's sitting there looking at me with this blank look, which I should have been driving because I was driving him, but I was staring in the rearview mirror. But I should have been looking forward. But anyway,
I can see you doing that shit too.
We hit a puppy. No,
What?
but I was like, you know what Y2K is, right? He's like, no. I said, have you heard of it? I think I have. This guy's 20-something.
What the fuck, dude?
Like, you don't know what Y2K was? And I had no
Aren't you
idea.
woke? What?
Yeah. So I think our movie, WJHCAM, is definitely for people over 30. I think if you're in your 20s, you're going to be like, Y2K, what is Y2K? So that's the whole point I was getting at with, well, part of the point of dating people that are extremely young is they're just not going to catch a lot of cultural references, and the pop references. And they're not going to know things that happen. Like when you say something like the shuttle explode, they're like the Howard Johnson shuttle going to the airport. No, I'm talking about, in 1986, the Columbus blew up.
Yeah, I've got this me and Vinny have this younger friend. Her name is Beth. And Beth is a really good friend. I love Beth. She's great. But the time that she said, she comes up to me and she says, I didn't know Eddie Murphy was a comedian. I thought he was just the voice of Donkey.
What the fuck, dude? Seriously? Like, Eddie Murphy used to be the most graphic, like,
no, he was the number one comedian. He was after
Whether
Richard Pryor went down, he was the number one comedian for 10 years.
Kind of like Michael Jackson, but different.
He was the number one movie star for a while. I mean, he was the number one celebrity in the world, and his career is interesting. But,
what killed his career is the weirdest thing is he starred in a straight movie, and people thought it was going to be a comedy, a Vampire in Brooklyn. They thought it was going to be a comedy, and it wasn't. But everybody went into it, and they came out and go, he wasn't funny in that. Well, he wasn't supposed to.
That's fucked up, man.
Well, he had a couple of things. He had a trans prostitute he got caught with, and who she killed herself. That was a weird thing. We don't know if Eddie Murphy.
Maybe she's like she couldn't stand the thought of his
she killed
penis
herself because everybody was giving her shit. Like the paparazzi wouldn't leave her alone.
That's fucked
up. And don't know if old Donkey mule kicked her out of the window though. But okay. But people talk to, and he had a lot of bombs in a row. I mean, he had like Pluto Nash, and there was a reason his popularity.
Pluto Nash was terrible.
And the Croods, or what?
I'm glad I haven't seen that one.
No, the Clumps was huge. Those movies were huge, but like he's got some movies that are kind of forgotten to time. I'm glad they did the Coming to America sequel because it was great.
Oh yes,
but like
you do, my friend.
I think his best movie by far is The Golden Child. And people don't have no idea that movie even exists.
I like The Haunted Mansion too. That's a good one.
No man, Bowfinger. That's by
Bowfinger. Bowfinger is so good.
Yeah, that's
true to Vinny.
If you haven't seen Bowfinger, fantastic movie. Very close to what me and Luke do in real life. Run across the internet fast. And wait till I say action. So, Bowfingers, but also Dolomite. If you haven't seen Dolomite,
Son of Dolomite, Dolomite.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh my God, it's you got to see that movie. He's actually playing a guy, a real life pimp who became a comedian, and just a great story.
It's on Netflix, and it's a great movie.
That's 5 stars.
But
Bowfinger's a 4.9.
Now he did a movie. He also did a movie that a lot of people didn't like a lot, and I understand why. It's a movie called Life with Martin Lawrence. If you aren't ghetto, like slightly have
you
soul,
gotta be ghetto.
No, you
see
won't.
This
you won't
paper,
get this movie.
I can make this into a dustpan quickly. All I gotta do is wet this edge, put it to the floor, and sweep the shit in there. That's a ghetto trend.
He didn't mean ghetto. He meant if you didn't have some soul.
Yeah, if you don't have,
okay,
if you've
soul,
never
some funk.
eaten collard greens with bacon grease, you
Ooh.
probably won't get that movie because a lot of the humor actually comes out of the black experience. It's set in a prison camp back in like Georgia in the 50s. But man, I heard people like, I just didn't find it funny. I was like, man, the best jokes in the world. Harlem Nights.
Oh yes. Now I got to cut you. That's my favorite.
Harlem Nights is one of the best movies.
Yeah. Now I got to cut you. You done fucked up now, motherfucker.
But that movie was made by, I mean, Eddie Murphy's in that movie. Arsenio Hall's in that movie, but Red Fox stole that entire movie.
I miss that guy.
What would have been great is some kind of like almost a Caddyshack movie with Red Fox and Rodney Dangerfield.
Fuck yes.
Those two characters in a movie that they're not supposed to be together, but they would have been a fucking classic.
That'd be epic, dude.
One of the funniest stories I've ever heard, Super Dave Osborne. You guys know who Super Dave Osborne is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Albert Brooks' brother, which is crazy. But anyway, God rest his soul, he died. But he was telling a story about he was over at Red Fox's house. And Red Fox had a mansion compound. And Red Fox, he said he always got confused. His name was Super Dave Osborne. He got him confused with him and his partner. So he just called him Showtime. Like, it was his name. It was, he just called him, and then he would call him Prime Time. And he's like, he didn't know my name, but we were trying to work on a TV show. But he had an assistant. And he had an assistant. Red Fox had an assistant, and Super Dave Osborne was at his mansion, and he was like, hey, I can't remember the guy's name, but it was like, hey, Frank, do you care to go to the house to go get this? We need this for this, blah, blah, blah. We need this for this meeting. And the guy's like, okay, Mr. Fox. And he would leave, and Red Fox would stop what he was talking about, and he'd turn around and look at the monitors. And the monitors were of the pool outside.
Ooh.
And the guy would run full speed trying to get to this other part of the compound. And you would see these fucking Dobermans chasing this guy full speed. And the guy would have to jump into the pool. He's wearing a suit. And the dogs would circle until they got bored. And then he got out, went to where he wanted to go, got the shit. And he said, Red Fox just sat there and watched the monitors. And as soon as he jumped in the pool and the dogs left, he got out. He turned around and started a conversation about the business thing. And then he came back wet. Here you go, Mr. Fox. He goes, oh, you know what? I need this. I forgot about this. Get this other thing.
You go run again?
And he goes, yes, Mr. Fox, I'll do it. And so he's sitting there talking to Super Dave. As soon as the guy leaves, he turns back to the monitors. Doesn't smile. Doesn't acknowledge that this is happening. That's
what I love about it. It's such
just watches this
fucking
torture.
serious
The
comedy.
man's running again, jumps in the pool, the dogs circle the pool, and then they finally leave. He gets out. It's just the funniest visual image I've ever seen, man. It's just like Red Fox saying, yeah, we can do this. We'll get points on the back end. We got to set this.
That's happening right now.
Just sit there and watch the monitor, see his guy almost get eaten alive by his dogs. And just, that's sick. That's sick. He's a sick, funny man. Old Red Fox.
Oh, God, I love that guy.
Oh, it looks like it's about time for your music.
Yeah, I was about to say, we got to go to our next musical break. I got to catch my breath because I lost the word. But we got Gravity from Krakow, Poland with My Last Goodbye. Dan Medina, who is a member of that band, but I guess he broke away. He's trying to be like Justin Bieber or Justin Timberlake or something. And he's got I Won't Let You Go. Then we have Prime Example, Power Play, and then Fred Johnson III. From Canyon County, California with After Dark. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this musical break. Oh, yeah.
Things come being said. Streets of these are going to dead end. Listening to waves on windy days. Standing by the wall, making sense of it all. So alone in the dark, all alone in the dark. All alone in the dark, you're alone in the dark. 'Cause I won't let you go. You're so far away, always with my soul. I won't let you go. Oh, you're so far away, always with me in my soul. Yeah, yeah. Looking for a reason, not a lead. Mystified, lives inside a world selling us all. Oh, she's alone in the dark, all alone in the dark, all alone in the dark, so alone in the dark. 'Cause I won't let you go. I won't let you go. You're so far away, always with me in my soul. Yeah, yeah. And I won't let you go. And I won't let you go.
Once upon a lifetime was a man in the hood, tricked, misguided, and misunderstood. Till one day he cried out, "Lord, save me, teach me the lessons of life, won't you raise me? Because I tried everything under my hat, and I found all my plans were tears in the right. I need a hero, a real life Colorado, to step in to see me and deliver a power play. Something to raise my head from the dust. It's a must. I find someone in whom I can trust. I must grow in knowledge, live what I learn. I'm so glad to meet you. Yo, my name is Vern. Lead me any way that you would, and I'll share. I need your power play. Yeah, here comes another one. It's so good to be clothed in your right mind. Dreams to the front and all past behind. Memories of things you did so absurd. Came to the curb, now Vern was the word. 'Cause It's often with little amount. Problems to grind us, but with power from God, yeah, we all still victorious. Listen to the seed, the knowledge, and digest the real only because a trooper like Jay keeps it righteous. And express a prime example of a vocalist, adjust your bubble. Leroy D is like dangerous trouble. Trouble if you want it, peace if you with it. Never foreknown of a man who can stand it, but so irrelevant. So kick it in if you will, Lord. And I shield. I need your power play. Yeah. Here comes another one. Power for living, power for expressing, power for the knowledge, and now I'm guessing. When power meets the darkness, the devil's got to go. Let's mock that weasel, and now he's going loco. If you got a problem, God just solve it. Power from the churro, and you're in this outfit. Why must the fit stay dirty so filthy? Get off your rear and whitewash the pickets. Power for cleansing, power for sanitizing, power for us, power for the rising of the sun. It's in your darkest hour, you can look up and express and feel the power up.
Smoking, I haven't been seeing you smoking, so are you quitting? Oh, there you are.
I need your power play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Comes another one.
Right. Hey, that's better for you though. So you like to carry tobacco or do you smoke when you smoke tobacco out of your pipe? I think that's where tobacco originated. When I first moved to Tennessee, it was like 1999 or whatnot, and there was all kinds of like tobacco fields and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is that plant? It kind of looks like the Indians' peepee plant, the ones that they wipe their ass with, but it was actually tobacco. I'm like, and then I could see everything going on as far as like tobacco and shit. Yeah, I think that's where tobacco actually originated.
Take me to a college scene. I like to go and dance, have drinks, and hunt the perfect day. Yeah. Living at the dark, I search lonely streets to find.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And booking. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what I say. With how my thoughts arranging
Yeah.
a series of pursuits.
Have you thought about doing that? Like here we're thinking about doing a weed crop or cannabis or hemp crop as well, but then the hemp crop got oversaturated because everybody was fucking
that
dog.
never could go home again. Plastic life by limo seats. I don't know why I can't control this urge to hurt again. Yeah. Living at the door.
Oh yeah, Palo Santo. Santo. Palo Santo is the holy. Welcome back, and thank you so much for joining us this evening on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. Tonight we got Luke Walker, aka Big Luke, and we got Vinnie Vineyard, aka Funkmaster V. He's got the funk.
It's and the doctor said it's going to clear up in about 6 to 8 weeks.
Thank Lord.
He's been saying that for 60
For years.
So
Yeah, for
you
years.
can't trust these doctors.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy don't know what he's doing. Dr. Feelgood is who I see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, man, what do you want to talk about? We got 45 minutes with this beautiful woman.
They still got me on the hook for this Undertaker role on NBC, so that should be fun.
You gonna do it? That'd be awesome.
I'm like, I got the email today that was like, we need your we need to know that your availability.
You always talk about your stuff. You don't explain to people that don't know who you are.
I'm up on the TV show Young Rock on NBC, which is a story about the life of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh God! Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? It smells good.
I was supposed to be, I'm up for the role of Undertaker, who's a pro wrestler, in 1999. So that seems to be a theme of us in 1999 seems to really be a theme, which I think is cool. But yeah, I'm in the final stages of finishing that, and it's great that they're, they got a lot of foresight, because like if they still haven't said yes 100%, and the filming starts next week.
Next week.
They haven't said nay yet. I think it's going to go through. You got this.
Yeah. It's good they have foresight instead of a lot of foreskin. If you got a lot of foreskin, you got some issues trying to romance the ladies.
There's a lot of pleasure in that. A lot of ladies don't like to look at it, but when it's hard, it's not so ugly looking. But, when it's in its, dormant state, it's kind of scary.
What the hell are you talking about? What did you do on the break? You went crazy.
That's right. I went
meth. It was meth.
No way, dude. No way. No way.
Meth.
That was in my early 20s, okay? And I'm like 30. Shit, I want to say I'm 32, but I know I'm older than that. I keep losing track, but...
Okay, you did do meth. I'll tell you what, I don't know what that meth is, but if you bring it here, I'll drink it. That's messed up.
No, it's
I don't know what that cocaine is, but I know what it smells like.
Yeah, it does have a certain smell, as does meth.
I actually don't know. I've never done anything like that. I'm a Christian.
Oh, good for you. Amen, brother. Well, I'll do all that for you.
I've smoked
the meth, I've smoked the coke, I've done all that shit.
I talk a lot of shit, but no, I literally don't. I don't do drugs. Like I said, I did
You do.
I've smoked weed or ate weed twice in the last 30 years. It's
weed is good for you. It's actually really good for you. Okay, so if you did edibles or you do little tinctures or droplets or whatnot, it's good for you. Smoking anything is bad for you. But yeah, do that THC, do that CBD, do what you do.
I'll stick with caffeine and nicotine.
I know. Every time I go to the dentist's office and I'm like drinking my sugar-free caffeine on the way in, they're like, "Man, your blood pressure is really high." So last time I didn't drink it and it was good. So I'm like, "Yep, it's just the caffeine drink." I was thinking my heart was about to explode for no apparent reason, but it's just the sugar-free monsters that I'm drinking.
Monsters are tough to digest for me.
Well, you got that herpes, so I know it makes it harder.
I've got the extreme swollen tonsillectomies, which I can only eat a pea.
That's sexy.
One at a time. Well, yeah, it's very clogged up back there, so I can't drink, I can't breathe, I can't.
Well, you can clear that out if you just drink a little Drano. That'll.
Don't say
fuck
that,
dude! Fuck that, dude!
We're on the radio.
This is not supported by our channel or anybody else from us.
You can't say that on the air.
If you put it, mix it with a little water.
No,
a little water.
Don't listen, kids. Don't listen to this, kids.
They used to make that bathtub crank.
Yeah.
Children,
Yeah.
he's nuts. Don't listen to him. He's a renegade. He just set a fire
He's
to
a
a bar this
motherfucking
morning.
Viking. Maybe he's one of
God,
those.
I'm getting so many messages. I'm just like, leave it alone.
She's like, drip, drip, eating edibles. We know what's going on, Luke. We know what's going on here.
little high over there.
Just a little bit.
Mm.
We're it's a Rocky Mountain high over here.
Huh?
We are paranormal paradox. Julio, what is this?
Media.
A parachute?
Yeah, we are the
Paradox?
parachute of the
Paranormal?
Paradox Media. We are Paradox Media. Yeah.
We're just on a natural high over here in East Tennessee because our Tennessee Volunteers are playing better than they have in a long time, and that's making us all
What was
happy.
that?
Hey, you know what? The Jets are just blowing it out of the park these days. What the fuck? The Jets. When you're a jet, and you're just flying high and you're kicking everybody's ass. All of a sudden, what the fuck happened, Vinny?
I'm
Did they take
excited
some?
about that. I'm excited about a lot of stuff that's happening right now. So,
Especially the threat of nuclear war. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
we
I'm
got
so stoked.
inflation. I'm loving inflation, man. What I was thinking of the other day, I was like, you know what? I got too much money.
Yeah, take it.
I'd like to. Yeah.
what is happening? I'm just. You took a dark turn. She's gone absolutely crazy. All right, I'm the host of the show. I'm the captain now. If you're listening,
All right.
if you're listening to this radio show, Funkmaster
Captain
B is in
Funkmaster
control. Nope. No, I have to take over. I have to take the controls to save this thing. We're going down.
A
fast.
downward spiral.
We're losing altitude. We're going to crash into the Adirondacks over here.
Beep, beep, beep.
The face of horror is having a good time over here. What do you want to talk about, sweetheart?
That's another topic. Not for
Did you line
but
up? Did you line up a bunch of questions for your guests?
never. You know, when I first started doing this, I used to do that, but I felt like every time I did that, it really threw things off topic. Like, you get on a topic and then you're like, oh, well, what about this? And it went back into this other thing, and then I'd like to fly by the seat of my pants. And
We did an
that little
FM
wedgie.
radio show a couple weeks ago with some people that we've known for a while, and we're joking before we went on air about, you know, like, oh, just sick of these interviews where they ask you, like, what got you into the paranormal, and the hosts were like, yeah, we know, we understand that. 5 minutes in, what got you guys into the paranormal?
What do you have, Tessa? Do you have, or just you have to pull out of stuff? It's very hard to get them to talk, or very shy, or short answers. Hello.
Okay, so you were breaking up, so I'm trying to comprehend what you were saying through the.
Okay, I'll say. Was I breaking up to you, Luke?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Oh, that's
I'll
weird.
ask you again. Yeah, it is. Well, he's got this knife. I think this knife he keeps flicking.
Now he's got to cut you.
Well, he's intimidating the cable, the coax in my in the internet is afraid
He's in Harlem Nights right now.
Is this guy going to rob me? But I was asking, do you have guests that are hard to pull out answers? Like you have to sit there and
Generally,
very shy.
you know, at first they're like really hardcore, and then it's like once they get the feel of it, they're like, hell yeah, let's do this. But no, I think I had one where it's like, it was like fucking pulling teeth. You know what I mean? It was pretty hardcore.
Make fun of the person's name.
Yeah, what was their name that sucked?
What was the name? I
ain't gonna say.
Can we call them?
I ain't gonna say names.
Can we call them?
Hey, let's prank call them.
Let's prank call them on the air. Let's sit there and I'm going to dial them up right now.
No, Vinny, you got money on a credit card?
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay,
Well,
go look at where
boats.
Tessa is, and let's do a pizza race to her house.
Okay.
Oh. Well, that's going to be hard because nobody delivers here. Because I'm, considered
Nobody
out in the
delivers
boonies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in a place where they don't deliver either. So
Yeah.
They don't deliver to your house.
Motherfuckers.
They don't deliver to you?
Nope.
Tessa?
Nope.
Not one? Nobody?
Nope.
Can you get DoorDash or nothing?
Nope.
Well, we're just going to have to call that terrible guest, and we'll get him on the phone here. Hold on. Let's see.
Hey.
Area code.
Beep, beep, beep.
Oh,
Beep, beep, beep. We should prank call my husband.
here we go. Can you hear
Oh,
that?
shit. Yes, I do.
This is great radio. Go for
It's
your
epic.
guest there. Prank call to your worst guest.
Can answer.
I don't know. Maybe they're an old person.
Right? They're like, I go to sleep at
Come
7
on.
o'clock p.m. Fuck is wrong with you?
Doesn't go to a voice. All right, we're gonna.
Oh, I got a number for you.
No wonder they're terrible. They don't have technology where they're from. They don't have like an answering machine. I'm just see how long this takes here. This is just ringing.
Now it's a challenge to see how long it takes to pick up the voicemail.
This is one of those jokes that backfire on me. You ever do that? You want to do a
I'm
joke
going
on
to send you a
somebody?
number, Vinny. I'm going to send you a number. You got to call this number, okay? We're going to crank call this bitch.
Who is
Because
this person?
she's just like off the hook. She's my friend. I'm not going to say her name because she might be listening right now and I don't want to give a heads up, but I'm about to send you this number and let's crank call her,
Through
okay?
Messenger or what? Gonna do Skype?
Through phone, Skype, Messenger, whatever you want to do.
Here we-
nuts and bolts of what's going to make the kick. My feelings.
Oop! You gotta
Oh, his
You gotta
feelings.
shoot it to me again. I didn't. Yeah, do that again. Yes. Keep doing that. Thank you. All right, shoot it to me again. I didn't get it. I got the first
I
three
just
numbers.
sent it to Skype. Okay, let me try again.
Skype.
Here we go.
Uh,
You get it this time?
Oh, and
Yep, got it. Here we go.
Okay, let's go.
how much? How much weight do you think this girl can bench press?
Don't steal my
230?
material.
Okay. Nobody answers their phone anymore.
Everybody's agoraphobic.
I know, it's because,
know.
like, there's all kinds of telemarketers.
Gee.
Motherfucker. Okay, let's
Oop,
try
can't
another
do
one.
that. All right, can't do that.
Damn it all.
Well, I guess we'll
Let's
have to
try another
call,
one.
Yeah,
I got another
do
one. She'll definitely answer, okay?
All right,
Let's try this one. This is my eldest daughter. She's about 23 years old.
She's legal. That's good.
Yeah, she's legal beagle. I'm going to share this number with you real quick. Here we go. Ready? Want to talk about it? Like here we go.
Here we go.
Do you have any long distance minutes?
Hey, I don't. Do you have one of them call ATTs? Because I don't. Yeah, call ATT. I don't have all these long distance minutes banked up. Straight hang up.
What the fuck?
Straight hang up.
Okay, try one more time.
I am.
This is an emergency.
It's emergency, bitch. Come on.
Hey, how you doing there?
Hello.
Hey, I got some problems over here. I need you to send me a guy out here. I got all sorts of the wires are coming out of the walls. They're electrocuting the cat. The cat gets in the same room. I can't believe how much do we pay rent to you people, and this is the way it was set up here. I got.
That's my girl.
You got no time for sex. Here we go.
Hello.
Hey, I got a water stain over here. Looks like the anus of Jesus Christ over here coming through the wall. I mean, what is that about? I don't know to call. I don't know to call Ron Jeremy or the Pope.
I think you have the wrong person.
Are you not the super?
No.
Well, let me ask you a question here. How much can you bench press?
Holy shit! It's Peter Griffin.
That guy's not funny.
Neither are you.
I'm pretty damn funny. I got a lot of people here laughing here. I tell you what, you are funny, but looks aren't everything. Put your pants back on.
Okay.
How you doing?
Have fun, son.
How you doing? Hey, let's do jumping jacks and see who farts first. No, hung up. That's pretty fun.
Her husband's a security.
My boyfriend is a dork.
Yeah, I think no sense of humor.
Yeah.
He used to be a skater, and then he fell, and now he's got this weird growth on his.
Oh, he's got a weird growth on his head? All right, let's call him back. Weird growth on his head.
How much can he bench press?
Oh, maybe 200. I don't know. I'm crying right now.
Right. It's okay. She's not answering now.
All right. Now you can message your daughter and tell her that was you.
No, don't do that.
Not yet.
She needs to answer. Hurtful.
No. Hurtful.
One more. This is probably she could probably arrest me.
Oh, my abs hurt. That was a good
By the
workout.
way, you're listening to paranormal radio.
We are Paradox Media.
Hello?
Please leave your message.
Oh,
motherfucker.
What in the world?
Oh, shit. Maybe I should give you Gabe's
And
number.
then she's gonna look up your phone number and find out it's a taxi cab company out of Tennessee.
Oh, shit.
I blocked it, baby. Star 67.
That doesn't work on cell phones, does it?
Yeah. Unknown, baby.
Oh, shit.
Unknown.
I'm going to send you another number, and this is to your old man.
Hold on a second. This is your
boyfriend.
Her husband. This is going to be fucking epic. I just know it because that motherfucker.
Husband.
Swear to God. Okay. Let's do this. Ready? It's 970 number. She's got actually the Moab, Arizona number, and he's got the Colorado number. They're totally backwards.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
The person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
Nope.
Oh, lazy ass motherfucker.
Right.
Hey, call him real quick and tell him to set up his voicemail. And
yeah, that won't be suspicious. Hey, do me a favor. Set up your voicemail. Let's see here. Let's see if I got a friend.
Okay, let's try Vern. Because Vern needs this right now, I think.
hey, call Julie.
Yeah.
Can you prank call your wife?
No. Oop. 970. Is that right?
Yeah.
769. What was the last one?
9799. No.
That's the Hitler number. What's going on with that shit?
Right? 999. I get it, dude. He's gonna be so professional.
If he answers.
This is Vern.
Hey, I need some help over here. I'm sorry to bother you so late on a weekend over here, but my wife, I can't stand my wife, man. I gotta have some relief, you know what I mean? You care to help me out?
Still there, man? Breaking up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hate my wife, you know? It's just, we've been married a long time, and I got to have a little relief, and I just need a friendly voice to say some sweet nothings, you know?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Say something nice to me. Come on. I need.
Hopefully things will get better for sure, you know?
Yeah.
This is the nicest guy that's ever existed.
Hold on. Keep saying nice things to me. I need this. I had a bad childhood.
Yeah. Sorry about that, man.
Oh.
How much can you bench press?
Hold on a second, we're fading out.
No. Are you going over a canyon? I'm going over a canyon. He hung up on me.
Oh yeah, he might be driving back home, and there's some bald spots there, just like on his head.
He just hung up on me.
No, the beep 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 means he's out of service. So give it about.
No, try him one more time.
I gotta go stir my wonton soup. I'll be right back.
Okay.
What? You gonna miss this? Wonton
All
soup.
right, fine. My wonton soup will just melt. I'll melt my wontons.
I had pasta fagioli today.
Ooh.
Oh, so some gabagool.
And some gabagoo.
It's a good day.
Yeah, I'm saying he's in bald spot right now. Give it another minute or so.
Hello, we're not able to take your call right now, but if you'll leave your name and number, we'll be back with you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Hey, Bird.
Yeah, that's Vine.
Mailbox is full and cannot accept.
Full mailbox. God, so
Oh,
many.
his
different-
mailbox is full.
Oh.
Dude, I don't even know how to check my voicemail. So my voicemail's probably got message on it from 2004.
You're a millionaire. This is Ed McMahon from Publishing Clearinghouse.
You're about to win
You have
1,200,000
90 days to call me back and win $8 million trillion. All right, Luke, go stir your wonton, and I'm going to talk dirty to Tessa while you're gone.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
you should try that call one more time because I'm pretty sure at this point he might be out of the divot there.
Oh, you don't want me to talk dirty.
Well, I do. Let's see what happens here.
Oh. Looking out the window.
This is Vern.
Hey, Vern, I was wanting you to speak nice to me a few minutes ago, and you hung up on me.
I lost you, man. I'm out past Arborlee, so I'm kind of fading in and out here and trying to load up the kids.
Well, I my father left me when I was young, and it kind of reminded me of just being abandoned, and it kind of hurt me a little.
Sorry, man. Didn't mean to do that.
How much can
if
you?
I lose you again, I'm not blowing you off, but
Well, that's
I
what
don't
that
usually get cell reception where I'm at, so I'm kind of surprised it's working at all.
did. Well, my dad told me he was going out to get a strawberry pop, and then he burned rubber, and I never saw him again. So, if you say something like I'm getting a strawberry pop, I know what's up.
No, nothing like that.
How much can you bench press there, Vern?
Haven't really thought about it lately.
Well, give me a guesstimate or an estimate or a guess.
Oh, I don't know. But hey, man, give me a caller here in a bit.
You're breathing heavy. What's going on over there? You getting roughed up? You need me to call the police?
Almost, yeah.
I'll call the National Guard. I'll call Batman. You're my best
There you
friend.
go.
I love you.
Good luck, man. Love you.
No,
See you.
we're best friends. I'm coming over. Well,
Yeah.
passive aggressive, nice people.
Yes.
He's like nice, but he's not really nice.
Yeah. He knows how to play the game.
He's a. What does he do? What does he do for work?
Okay, so we do private investigation, security, and we haul cars.
Oh,
That's a strange mix.
Yeah, and otherwise he's holding down my couch. He does a really good job of that.
oh, he lives with you.
That's my husband. Yeah, he does.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, so he's getting the kids. Would he bring the kids over later?
Yeah, because he was going to leave the younger kids here earlier, and I was like, what the fuck? That's super fucked up. Like, I'm doing my show, and there's no older kids to watch the younger kids. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's fucking stupid. And so he took them all.
Well, that's a little harsh.
Well, yeah, you want them busting through the door saying, Mom, I'm hungry. Mom, Floyd won't quit kicking me in the face,
I look with this haircut, I can look like Chris Gaines. Does anybody
That's
remember
right.
that?
Somebody was
Oh, yeah.
asking you, like, are you going through your Chris Gaines portion of yourself or what?
Oh yeah, somebody did. Boy, you're really up on the internet.
Yeah,
there.
I am good at Facebook stalking, I know my boys.
I dig it. Oh, hello. Well,
Yeah, I'll stop sending you those weird, tasteful nudes.
No, please don't. Please don't. Because that's like the highlight of my day.
It is Halloween time, and it's an excuse to put my dick in a pumpkin. So,
Yeah. Instead of having your dick in a box, there's a dick in a pumpkin or a
well, that's
squash
coming up.
or
It's almost
cord or something.
Christmas is right around the corner.
hey,
Yeah.
it's Dick and a Pumpkin season. Don't jump the gun.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't
and
jump
we're
the
not even gonna skip Dick and a Turkey season.
Well, I am, because that's bestiality.
Oh, I'm ready.
We've been preaching against bestiality for 3 movies.
Hey,
Every
I remember
movie's
you
got a
talking about
bestiality
your
reference.
friend where you're like, hey, make your slogan bestiality, and then like they totally blocked them because they're like, we ain't gonna have no bestiality in our ring. Oh
Now,
yeah.
did we
See that? Whoops. What's happening? Stop that. Shit, I was trying to show you.
ahead,
So this is good for radio. I was trying to show.
Yeah, show her a picture on radio.
On radio.
There you go. You see that?
Oh, it's beautiful.
That's
I'm
Camp
looking, but I
Smokey.
just see Luke's beautiful face, so I don't know.
You don't see me?
No,
You don't
not
see
right
this?
now. Mm-mm.
Do you not
Just
see?
Luke.
Have you not seen me the entire time?
Okay, there you are. Okay.
Okay, right there.
Yeah.
It's, the
It's
third
like
movie.
that Japanese fucking demon thing. What the fuck is that called?
That we saw that ghost hunting yesterday.
What
Was
the
it shadow?
fuck?
I know.
That's crazy.
Okay, I'm kidding. That's actually from our movie.
That's definitely
Okay.
demonic.
It's one of those happy mistakes. It's a demon. It's definitely a demon.
It's a demon.
No, seriously.
It's a
We
demon.
used to
Anyway,
ghost
that's
hunt. We used to ghost hunt with this dork, and that's everything was a demon. Like like the
You
drip
could call
of
it
water.
dork ghost hunting.
Yeah, it could start raining, and the guy would be like, "It's a demon. It's the demon Pazam that likes rain. It's a rain demon."
Jam.
he would lie. He would lie about evidence too. He'd be like, "I just caught a werewolf," and we're like, "Let's roll back the footage." And he'd be like, "Oh, the camera stopped working." And
Oh
he'd be like,
shit. That was just my mom. Oh shit. Never mind.
Oh hey.
His mom was a nice lady. He was a piece of shit, but his mom was a nice lady.
He made good lasagna. He made good lasagna. He actually ended up being a
Mm-hmm.
pedophile.
Yeah.
Is that
And
that
we call him-
Richards guy?
Huh?
Is that
What?
Richards guy? Like, who the fuck is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, Justin Richards.
Yeah, Justin Richards. You
I mean,
motherfucker.
I don't want to mention I don't want to mention any Justin Richards. I mean names, but
Yeah.
Didn't you interview him once, Tessa? I think you did. And I was like, what
I
are you
think it
doing?
was when you guys were on here too, wasn't it? Or no?
No, I think you did it. I think you had him and Dalton, and you were talking about the Saragoosas or something. And I was like, don't interview that guy.
Yeah, and then later on you're like, hey, this guy's a piece of shit. Like, he's a shady ass motherfucker.
He's a pedophilio, and we don't need that.
Yeah.
shit.
He
No, we don't need that
was
shit.
trying. That's how we met a lot of people. Like that's how we met our friend Kirby, who's in a bunch. She's in a bunch of in our movies and stuff. And
I saw her
he,
boobies.
yeah,
You'll see him again in the third
you'll
movie.
see him again in the third movie. But this Vinny knows the story better about them being in a hotel restaurant, and
So what Luke is alluding to is this guy was just a flim-flam guy, and he used to rip off a lot of people. And so me and Luke, especially me, got on this campaign a couple of years ago where I just went everywhere paranormal and said, this guy is a scam artist.
Right.
And I didn't do that because I did it for the love of trying to protect people, because he was almost
For the love of Jesus.
Well, the love of... He was about to rip somebody off of about $100,000 that was going to
Well, he even
invest in
fucking
his-
ripped you guys off too, didn't he?
Huh?
Didn't he rip you guys off too, or no?
No, we knew he was a piece of shit. He lied to us about a bunch of stuff, but we...
Well, just like when you were talking about those directors and they're texting you, I'm like, aren't directors supposed to be there? What?
Oh, yeah. No, that was something else. That was a guy out of Indiana. We've been involved with some weird people, which we know. I mean, me and Luke are from the streets, man. We can know somebody who's grifting and who's a wannabe.
Yeah, we know, right? Not a lot on the phone, but as soon as we meet somebody, we know what they're about.
So we actually use Justin Richards, but to not name that Justin Richards guy.
Yeah, we don't want to name Justin Richards'
Don't want to name
name.
Justin Richards.
Yeah,
'cause he's
fuck that
a piece of
guy.
crap.
Yeah. Nasty ass motherfucker.
So Kirby's in our movies, and Kirby is lovely and wonderful. She's a little gullible, but she's wonderful. And so she was sitting there talking to Justin. Oops, did that again. and they were having a nice meal. And I think they were in Florida or somewhere, but they were somewhere having a nice meal next to the ocean. And they were talking about him. He told her that he knew Betty White. And Betty White and him were very close friends.
Oh my God.
And they were going to do a movie because Kirby is an actor.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to do a movie, and her kids are going to get to meet. Her daughter is going to get to meet Betty White, and it's going to be
Anthony Michael Hall is going to play Justin Richards in the movie.
Oh yeah,
Oh my God.
It's going to be a movie about Justin Richards. Which why in the world does anybody need to see a movie about that? Anthony Michael Hall is going to play him.
Somebody's going to play this child pornography motherfucker. It's
That's
going
right.
to be good.
So they're sitting there talking, wonderful. He leaves. I got to go to the bathroom. So he goes, gets up. He leaves Kirby there. 5 minutes.
She's like, what the
10
fuck?
minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Oh my God, I could totally see her. That's my Arkansas
half
girl
hour.
right there.
Half hour, looking around, what's happening. She pays the entire check.
Oh my God.
Because the waiter's like, what's going on here? And she's like, I'm waiting on him to... Okay, so she gets bored, pays the entire check. When he comes back, this is what this stupid motherfucker says. He goes, you won't believe what happened, but I got trapped...
No, I won't.
...in an elevator with Flo Rida, the rapper.
Love an elevator, Florida going down.
The rapper Flo Rida was trapped in the elevator, and he said that the elevator was possessed by demons and got stuck between floors, and Justin had to pray them away.
Between 6 and 3.
Yeah. And Justin had to pray them away, and now Flo Rida believes in the paranormal, and he wants to do a paranormal show with Justin. Good news. And Kirby was like, what the hell? And so that relationship...
I see Kirby's being like, go fuck yourself.
But this guy thinks people believe that shit. That's the craziest thing. I mean, that's the stupid... That's
because he believes in his own bullshit. He thinks everybody else is going to buy into it too. And that's not true. Sorry, Justard.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, it's like, it's embarrassing to hear him talk, but he's out of our lives, and things have been better.
Yeah,
and then he started text messaging videos of himself masturbating to an underage girl.
Yeah. Hasn't he been popped yet? Hasn't he been put in prison? Like, come on, motherfucker. Like, somebody's got to put on to this.
No, he's not. He's not been busted. I mean, what's crazy, man, is the people that do this pedophile stuff and hurt people and hurt children and stuff, man, it's so hard to get them busted. It's so hard to get a rapist in jail. It's really scary. So, but yeah, he's still running around like a fool.
Hey, yeah, that was kind of some good news this last week. My husband came and he's like, well, at least Dave wasn't alive to hear this. And I'm like, what? And he's like, well, Dave Jr. was supposedly taken into this canyon and shot in the head. And I'm like, well, I guess somebody beat me to it, because I was going to do that after he fucking raped me. But, I guess somebody else did it. And yeah, so I was just like, I feel bad as a human being that I don't feel bad. But at the same time, I can't, because I always wanted to do this to this motherfucker and somebody else beat me to it. So, hey, kudos to that. And then recently I found out it's fictitious. He just ran off and was doing speed, methamphetamine, and, neglecting his family as he usually does. And he's really not dead. And so I'm like, well, I guess I got to put another round in the barrel there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was going to shoot him in the head. The only reason I didn't do it is because I have kids depending on me. And that's the only thing that stopped me. I have kids that depend on me. And if I shot this motherfucker in the head, then I'll be gone for a long, long time. Even though I'm protecting myself from this rapist-ass motherfucker. He even killed a person, taking his wallet. They drove away and they ran his fucking head over. Like, what? There's some fucked up shit going on with this guy, and he's still walking free? Are you fucking serious? Like, what?
Yeah,
I don't get
it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Some people just fucking walk on water, whatever. Like, what the fuck? How are you still walking around? So when I heard that, and then at the same time, there's this jogger that went missing in the same valley where supposedly he got his head blown off. And they're doing this search and rescue thing, so I'm like, well, if they don't find the jogger, they're gonna find his ass. But they didn't, because he was just off tweaking somewhere. He wasn't even dead.
Shit.
I hate to wish death on somebody. I don't want to be that person, but at the same time, what you did to me, I was gonna kill your fucking ass, but I didn't, because my kids, so... I don't know. Somebody else has got to do it. When I heard that, I even told my husband, I'm like, I'm sorry. I should feel bad about this, but I don't. There's no reason for me to. And he's like, nope, I totally understand it. And I'm like, good, because thank God somebody did that. But nope, he's still walking around the earth, spreading his fucking evil. Evil ass motherfucker.
Well, all I can say is eventually he will die. Everybody dies. That's the one good thing. My mother-in-law
none of
died.
us getting out alive, you know?
That's right. Luke, are you okay? You look sad.
Yeah, no, I got like 800 people messaging me about puckers, and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know.
You just need to start copy and pasting.
Yeah.
They're like,
So
was it a grease fire? Because your hair, was that a grease fire in the kitchen? Was that a grease fire? What? Like, how did that happen?
Well,
I guess you don't know, really. I mean, we don't know. We think a bum started the fire, a squatter. But
shit.
That's just conjecture. We really don't know.
But yeah, that's just rumor.
Yeah.
But that's how things work in Gatlinburg. I always tell you, every time something happens in Gatlinburg, there's a local phrase that, you know, people are just making shit up. Well, I heard. As soon as they say, well, I heard.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, it's
main
like,
conjecture. I heard.
Yeah. But the problem is with like Gatlinburg is a tourist area, and the police departments and media are very protective of, you know, it being a family atmosphere. So they rarely actually report on some of the shit that really happens here. So, you know, then we never even get cleared up. Well, I heard, you know.
Well, I heard.
Yeah, and that becomes the truth, and then next thing you know, like like with the Gatlinburg fires, you know, well, I heard that there was 240 illegal aliens up on the side of the road, burned, charred, and you're like, that never happened. There was, you know,
It's a mass exodus.
Yeah, it's just, you know, there's these rumors get started, and they always keep going, but. Yeah, I mean the way this fire started apparently, and when it started, 6:30 in the morning, when, you know, just me looking at it from someone who used to be, you know, I've been around fires, and I, you know, was a police officer, Vinnie Drink. I'd say it did start in one of the abandoned hotel rooms behind the place. That's what it looks like it started. So I mean, it's a pretty good conjecture that it was probably, you know, but then again, I don't know, you know.
Could have been a kitchen fire. You never know. You know.
It could have been Vinny's mom again. Jesus, that woman.
It could have been your hot Bible next to that stack of newspapers.
I love hot Bible.
Yeah.
You burned down the bar with the hot Bible. You're doing the Lord's work. It took out a 420 store. It took down the Chinese people.
Yeah, I love that we have we had a place called Cafe 420, and marijuana is not legal in this state. They didn't sell any. They didn't sell anything.
I make some tea. They're like, would you like some of our tincture? And they're like, yes, please do. Give it to me.
But none of the tourists seem to know that marijuana isn't legal in Tennessee. And so they all go in there trying to buy weed. And I'm like, that's got to be the most, I'd hate to work the counter there. Hey man, guys, what do you guys got weed? No.
You got some tea? See in my tea? What?
What it should have been is a cover for the, FBI. People walking, hey man, can I get some weed? Nope, you're under arrest.
What do they sell? Do they sell the CD, the
CBDs? Yeah, vapes, the 8, whatever that stuff is called.
Well, isn't that why that chick is arrested in Russia for the rest of her motherfucking life? It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, that's Brittany Griner. That's one of our Tennessee volunteers.
That's crazy.
You shouldn't bring pot into Russia. I mean, I wouldn't
Well,
do that.
supposedly it was CBD. Then I found out it was THC. So yeah, that's not good.
I mean,
She's like, "I'm
Russia's more
sorry."
backward. Russia's more backward than we are. I mean,
Well, it's what people find out when they go to other countries is like they think that we are oppressed here, and then they go to other countries and realize that like in Palestine and Israel, you like unless you're a Jew, you can't drive down certain roads.
True
they
that.
have license plates for people if you're a Jew, you get a certain license plate. You can drive down this nice paved road, but if you're a Palestinian, you have to take the wood, the muddy boulders strewn back roads with checkpoints, and it's like that exists in this world. There's more slaves on this planet right now than there ever has been in the history of the world.
I know. It's crazy. So, if people that are listening right now want to find you guys, whether it be your paranormal stuff, etc., like where do they look?
Well, we got We got a website called biginfunkyproductions.com. We're about to update that jive with a lot of fun information about what's coming up. We've got a movie coming out in the next couple months called Camp Smokey, which is a movie that was pretty much all Luke Walker's idea with some help from his friends. And then we're going to start working on a fourth movie called CGM, computer generated movie. We can't wait. That's a different flavor. We also have a movie called The Hike, which is on Amazon Prime. It's the one with the Native American lady on the front. And it's a winner of over 36 festival awards. And we have another movie, the movie we just last released, WJHCAM, which just got runner-up for Best Film at the last film festival we were at. It's got a 9.8 on IMDb. It's getting rave reviews. You can get that on Amazon or Walmart, the DVD or Blu-ray. But it's about to start streaming on Horror Max very soon, hopefully before Halloween. And there's not very many horror movies about New Year's. So that's a little caveat there. It's also about Y2K and the return of Jesus. And it's an alternative retelling it's an alternative history is what it is. It's a fable about Y2K. What would happen if Christ returned and the world went to crap when the year went 2000, which is what everybody thought. Well, not everybody. That's what a lot of people thought. We have a YouTube page, Big and Funky Productions, where we do skits, and there's a lot of trailers and stuff about our movies and stuff. And
you could fall down a serious rabbit hole on our skits on Big and Funky Productions YouTube page.
You ain't kidding. There's a lot of stuff going on over there. A lot of crazy stuff. And our paranormal TV show is called Wrestling with Ghosts. It's on Asai TV. It's on Intrigue TV. And Luke and I talked the other day, and we're going to start releasing the episodes for free on YouTube as well. And that way people who don't have those obscure channels can see the show and see how cool we are as we walk around in mink coats and Crocs and say things like, "Hey, Ghost, how much can you bench press?" So,
yeah, I'm kind of tempted to be like, let's call Vern again and see what he says.
All right. We only got a few minutes left, but
yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Is he the Moab? Is he in Durango, Grand Junction, or Moab?
He's the 970769 number.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what it says. Burn.
Bang.
Burn. Good radio here. The silence is terrific.
Hey, Fern, what are you doing?
We're having a problem here. Let's try it again. He says he's you guys are out there in the West. Who knows what's going on? Maybe he's getting attacked. Maybe he's getting attacked by coyotes or something. He fell down a ravine. Here we go.
I gotta watch the next episode of Interview with the Vampire here.
Oh, I didn't even know about that. Now it's a series?
Hello, we're not able to take your call right now.
Yeah, he's just ignoring calls right now.
All right, let's get your daughter back on here.
How?
You said the guy's got.
You got some
growth on
jumping
his head?
spiders? I heard you got some jumping spiders.
You said he fell down and got a growth on his head. Is that right?
Oh,
Her
her
boyfriend.
husband did. Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
It's like an extra ear.
An extra. Now, why aren't we talking about that? We're prank calling.
We should have
people.
talked about this half an hour ago.
Right?
Extra ear.
Well, news, you guys. We gotta go. This is the end of the show. But I'm so glad you guys were here. I had the most wonderful time. And I can't wait to do it again. Hopefully we can do this next month.
A growth that looks like an extra ear, and we didn't talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah, he used to be a skater. He got this growth on his head, looks like an extra.
All right, next time Big and Funky's on the show, we will be talking about growths.
That's right.
Extra. I can hear your thoughts. I've got 3 effing ears. That's what you think about me.
Can't even pay attention. I have so much hearing going on. Thank you guys so much for being on the show tonight. It was epic.
Can you do that thing that you've been doing all show?
What?
Can you do that thing that you've been doing all show?
This one?
Yeah.
That thing.
That. Always do that.
That's
the
thing.
That's the thing.
The thing. Thank you to everyone else who is listening on We Are Paradox Media's Keeping On Radio, Facebook, Twitter, iHeartRadio, and wherever else beyond the Omniverse you're listening tonight. I had a wonderful time, and I can't wait to do it again next weekend. We got Psychic Chris Garcia, and then it's me and Gigi doing a show on that following Sunday. Don't forget, you guys, we're all in this together. Together, we can make the world a little better, and together, my friends, we are Paradox Media, because, you know, Vinny and Luke are so fucking sexy, we can't even handle ourselves, or maybe we can in an extra special way. Take care of my news. Night, night, love and light. See you next time.